or something.
Glad to know. No, that was a while ago. Did I talk about Thor?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't Thor. Yeah, okay, I remember that one. What was the other one we got?
Sounds like it's so memorable.
We liked it. Oh yeah, I did like that.
What?
We got Nebraska and the Secret Life of Walter and Minnie.
Ooh.
Uh,
We only got one Amazon.
oh,
This
slow
week.
week.
Everything's slow.
Well, it's been like it's less than a week because we recorded. Did we do Saturday last week? I guess we did
No.
Saturday.
We have
Yeah,
Friday.
we were. No, it was Saturday because I did the thing on Friday night,
Oh,
our date night.
okay.
So it's less than a week. Usually everything happens in that one extra day. I think that's why.
Okay. I'm taking S off my list for right now because I had to return it to the library and I haven't checked it out again because I have too many books right now.
I don't know. All right, you can do that.
Because I just bought the Humble book bundle and there's a ton of cool stuff on there.
I only read a little bit more of it this week.
Let's see. Tangle and Knots. What else am I reading? Oh, yeah. Did I watch any movies? No. I watched. Shoot. Oh, I forgot to talk about this last week. And and I feel like I watched something else.
Mhm.
Did I watch a show?
So we're on YouTube right now, right?
Yeah.
So someone's like
This
listening to
is
this on YouTube.
great.
They're
We're
like,
just like.
"What did I watch? I knew I watched something. No, what did I watch?
I didn't watch anything on Netflix. Did I?
What did I watch? Yeah, I didn't really
Oh
either.
my gosh! Awesome.
What?
Did you finally start watching Bored to Death, or did you watch that before?
Yeah. No, no, I've never seen
Oh,
it before.
how
It's
had you
awesome.
never seen that before?
I don't know. It's
So
amazing.
good. So sad when it
It's
got canceled.
amazing.
So you don't have to go through the whole like where you thought it was going to get picked up again and then it didn't. You just have it in its
Nope, I
entirety
just never knew. Yeah.
because
Does
that
it
was
come to a
there.
conclusion at all?
Eh, every season kind of has a conclusion. Like they're kind of
All right.
standalone seasons. I mean, there's like things that carry over, but each season is like a self-contained story.
It's not like I mean, even episode to episode. I mean, there's definitely continuity, but they're
Well, there's like
kind of
major
standalone.
continuity as they go along, but it's still you can watch each one individually.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody says like Zach Galifianakis, like when people try to say that Zach Galifianakis is like overrated, I'm like, watch that show.
Yeah, it's really, really
Watch
good.
Bored to Death, and you can never say that about him. He's amazing. It's the best thing Ted Danson has ever done. That and like I feel like Ted Danson had like this revival because of that and
Well, with
Curb.
Curb, yeah. I mean, come on.
feel like he's amazing in Bored to Death. Like amazing. You got Nintendo Power?
No, I kind of came straight from playing Mario Kart. I
All
could
right.
go out and get it if you want, but
Nah.
we'll just talk
Well,
more
I
about
guess
Mario
I think
Kart.
we're gonna do a quickie here.
That's good because I want to play more Mario Kart. When you like said
You're
10 more
not
minutes, I was like,
sleeping this
yes, one more
weekend.
round. What's that?
You're not sleeping this weekend.
Nope. Nope. Well, the good part is the kids like playing it, and I can play with them,
That's
and Janelle
good.
likes
You
playing
can
it.
like
So,
teach
like,
kids right away. Like, okay,
oh,
here's how
yeah.
to play this
Oh,
game.
my gosh. Well, the cool thing for them, like, they are really good with the motion controls. Like, it's way easy for them to do it.
I can't play with the motion control.
Well, they don't do, like, super well. Like, I mean, they've been
Yeah,
coming
but
in,
like
like,
they
10th and
can do
11th
it, but like I
place.
can't. I can't even.
But,
I
yeah.
It drives me crazy because I'm like,
Well, Janelle tried it on the first round and came in like 10th place out of 12, and then I plugged her in with like an actual controller,
yeah.
and she, like could play
It's
normal.
like
So
here we
it's
go.
not, yeah, it's more of a
For
novelty for me, but it
people,
makes it
yeah,
so the
but like
kids
for
can
people
play.
that have, I guess for kids, it's like that's all that's fun. But like for us that have grown up on this game, playing with the
Yeah,
controller. I mean,
right.
shoot, we've been playing this since we were. Because what? When did 1991?
No, it was
The Super
later than that,
Nintendo?
wasn't it?
92.
Mm,
We were, I think, in 92.
something like that.
So we've been playing this game for like 20 some odd years.
Now I'm gonna look and
30
see when it came
years.
out because
Not 30 years. 20 something years. 20, 22 years. No, don't do it. You'll fall in a hole and die.
1992. You're right.
Well, I know we talked
Okay.
about it on Nintendo Power, and I was trying to remember what year we were
Yeah.
on. And
Gosh, I just can't believe it's that long ago. 64 came out. See, I don't think 64 came out in 96, but I don't think I got to play it until Biola. I
yeah,
don't
I
think we
didn't.
got Mario Kart 64 until Biola.
Yeah. All right. The only one I never really played was the Game Boy Advance one.
Yeah, and I actually got that on my 3DS, so I kind of went back and played through that a bunch.
My brother had it. Like he
But I
bought
didn't
a.
really play it before that
My
either.
brother bought a Game Boy Advance like right when they came out for some reason. Oh, it's because he was like an R. He was an RA, and like on his when he was like, because like I think like twice a week they had to like have a lobby shift, like on call basically. And he says that he got
Mm.
so bored that like he needed something, and so he played so much Mario Kart that like because I remember when I had my original DS cartridge, he unlocked Robbie the Robot like right away, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
I remember that, and then it was lost forever.
Laughlin. Somebody in Laughlin got Robbie the Robot. And I know I
I've
couldn't
only
do that.
unlocked. Yeah, I don't know if I ever did
The
get
one on
Robbie the
DS was
Robot.
crazy because you had to do all the mirror
You
tracks
have to
and
like
like all
be
the other
get crazy.
stuff.
Part of it too. Yeah,
What?
that and I spent so much time doing online that like,
Hmm.
did I lose you?
No.
Okay, good.
Wait, how bad is the delay? Sounds like it's bad.
It might be. Oh gosh,
Is
gosh,
Janelle
nabbit.
on Netflix?
No, she's working on a job application.
Is she downloading a 10 gigabyte file?
No,
All right, I think it's fine.
does it seem like it caught up at all? Yeah, I
It
think
seems
it
like
did.
it caught up. Seems like it.
That's good. Just a momentary lag.
Stop it.
I've been singing that all day long.
You'll be singing that for the rest of your life if you feel you.
Well, I've been singing it since I was a small child, so.
All right. I think I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Oh, wait, no,
We're
I don't,
ready.
because I don't have Audacity even open.
That is kind of an important part of this.
Did I publish the Hangout? I think I did.
I can go any.
Stop it.
Sorry, I can't even help it. I'm not even doing it on purpose, I swear. I seriously, like, like, while the kids were watching it, I was, like, reading all about the history of it and stuff.
Check, 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 check.
Like, I'm having to physically clench just not to sing it right now. My body is screaming at me, please, sing the Reading Rainbow song.
It's like Earworm City.
Yeah.
You ready?
All right, ready. Recording. 1, 2, 3. Record.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Radio BrendoMan. I'm Brendan Creasy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
What's going on, Phil?
Oh, it's been quite a day.
Yeah, it's been a day of you playing your Wii U.
Yeah, basically. To be fair, I didn't get the new Mario Kart game until this evening.
You
I had
got
to
it
wait
as
till
a
after
Father's
school.
Day present? That's like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks
It
away.
was early Father's Day. Early Father's
You're
Day.
spoiled. You're so spoiled.
I didn't think I was gonna get it until Father's Day, and then Janelle like surprised me after school and said, "Let's get in the car. We're going to Mario Kart."
You are so spoiled.
She actually pre-ordered it for me at Best Buy,
Yeah.
and do you hear what the pre-order thing was at Best Buy?
No.
You got a $10 gas card.
Whoa.
Like totally random, like, but
That's
I guess
awesome.
because you're driving a cart.
So what is this about Mercedes in like Mario Kart 8? What is...
Supposedly it's only in Japan, but it's possible that we'll get it over here at some point.
There's like
But they worked out,
DLC?
yeah, but it's like free, like a free downloadable car that you can get, and it's like the new Mercedes. I guess it was a crossover promotion.
I feel like real cars entering the Mario Kart world, that's just like, I don't like it.
Yeah, but in Japan they have a whole different thing, so maybe we won't get it over here. I
It
don't
still
know.
sounds like this, like it's crossing the streams.
A little bit there. But I mean, I'm telling you, if you start looking into crossovers in Japan, you're going to find there's a lot more than just that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about this. I mean, I guess they have them in America too, but a Japanese company did a crossover with Pac-Man and Mario Kart if you do the arcade ones.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, all the
well, I
Pac-Man
mean, I've played
guys.
that. That's
Right, okay,
cool. But I'm
so
talking about like branding in a Nintendo game. That just seems weird.
I agree.
And like when you get real cars, what's next? They're gonna have like, because I feel like, what if they decide to make Mario Kart more realistic? Then it's not Mario Kart anymore.
Well, I've played it, and I can tell you for sure it's far from
Well, I'm
realistic.
not
It's
saying
awesome.
now, but like, what if this is like a slippery slope here?
I don't know. I think we're safe. I think it's okay.
I
I think
like the
one
Pac-Man
special
because
thing.
it has the pie weapon, which is awesome, and you could be the ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
The Mario Kart arcade game is
Yep.
awesome. It's just crazy expensive because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I think I've
remember
played it like 3 or 4 times because it's like a
they had
dollar
it
per
on the
round or
Super
something.
Cruise, didn't they?
Maybe. I feel like maybe they did.
I feel like they did.
Somewhere we were, because I know we've played it together.
Or was it at Disney World? Maybe it was both.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just know
And you can take your picture and like have your face.
that part's awesome. You can have your face on it. It's
Yeah.
great.
One of these days they should do like a arcade pack where you can like like a home release of it.
Hmm.
I'd buy that. I'd play that in a heartbeat.
Remember Play Choice 10s?
Yeah.
That
Of
was the first
course.
time I played because we had a Play Choice 10 machine at a Boys and Girls Club, and it had Super Mario Brothers and it had Goonies 2 on it,
It
and like we played the heck out of Goonies 2. Oh no, it didn't have Goonies 2.
was Goonies, right?
It was Goonies. That's right. It was Goonies.
Yeah, because Goonies 2 was the sequel,
Yeah,
because there never
but I
really
think
was a
later, like
home
we had
release.
one that had Goonies 2 in it. Like
Goonies
it was
2
like
is super
Nintendo
fun
games.
and super impossible unless you have a
Oh,
guide.
dude, I remember there was some point where like I got to like a bridge with like those things coming across, and like I couldn't, and I got stuck, and I had no idea what to do because like there's all the puzzles. Like the puzzles got crazy.
Yeah, and like they were solutions where you had to like, there's no way some of them you would
You had
come
to
up with.
like use a certain item against a wall, and like light a
Yeah,
candle, and then knock on the wall, and
yeah,
because like there would be parts where it went into that weird first person mode,
uh-huh.
and that was where you would get all stuck because like if you didn't do the very specific thing, you wouldn't be able to proceed in the game.
Plus, that's definitely one of those classic games where you had to draw a map or you would
Oh
never find
yeah,
your way around.
like it was crazy. um I still don't understand that game. It's really weird. Like Andy's a mermaid for some reason.
Yeah, yeah. The connection with Goonies itself, like the movie, is
Well, you're
very
Mikey
tenuous.
and the
Yeah,
Fratellis
but
got out, but Andy is a mermaid. Like
yeah, and
I
you have like
don't understand.
superpowers and stuff.
Yeah, but dude,
I
some
don't
of those
know.
weapons are awesome. The yo-yo and the boomerang and
Yep.
all
Hey,
those
speaking of
weapons.
Goonies, isn't there supposed to be like a Goonies sequel?
They're talking about it. I think it'll work. I if everybody's on board and it's like the kids, their kids go on like an adventure and they film it in
Yeah,
Astoria, I'm on board. I'm totally on board. I think that could work. I feel like we've talked about this.
yeah, I think so. But then that reminds me because there's another movie that they announced they're going to do a sequel to this week, and I got confused
Hmm.
because they're also doing a sequel to My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Ugh.
Oh, come on. You have to admit the original one
I
was
don't
really
even
fun.
think I've seen that movie.
Are you serious?
I don't know.
Okay, I went to that
That
movie.
just seems like a weird. Why are they doing? Why have they waited? Like I feel like if they had done that right away, yeah. But like now, like I don't think does anybody even remember that?
I think that women of a certain age definitely will.
Yeah, but I feel like don't you think like that, like the time frame to really capitalize?
It might be a little outside of the ideal, but you know.
I just don't understand.
I'm telling you, I went to that movie. I actually saw it in the theater with Janelle and her mom.
Oh
And Janelle's
gosh.
mom's like, "You have to see this movie," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I have to go see this stupid movie." Janelle's mom's making me do this, and I was like, all grumbly about it, and I
I
really liked it.
didn't really like it, whatever.
It's a
But
good movie.
I don't know those kind of sequels. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the sequel. Who knows? But that was one of the first three movies I ever bought on DVD. I bought three movies at the same time for Janelle when I got it. We got a DVD player. It was
Mhm.
that one and About a Boy and The Bourne Identity. Those are the first three DVDs I ever owned.
Wow.
So there you
That is a rando selection.
go. About a Boy is still the best of those, but you know, I'm happy to own them all. It's all good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Holds up.
Yep, it holds up.
You know,
Love.
there's about a boy TV show.
Yeah, I
I
watched
haven't
a
seen
little
it.
bit of it. I don't know. Maybe it's just I think I'm too attached to the movie and the book. I also love the book, but like they're American, which kind of throws it off a little bit. And
I don't know
then
if I could handle that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't watch a whole episode to be fair, but I didn't like what I saw
Also,
of
like
it.
Nicholas Holt is just so perfect,
Yeah, like it's really hard for me to see those characters done
and
differently.
Toni Collette is just so
Yeah,
good. I love
yeah, I don't know.
her. She
I
is
do too.
amazing in everything. She's incredible.
Yeah. Have you seen the Way Back yet?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Ah.
Ah.
I had a pretty good week, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. Work's not getting you.
I lost you. Hello?
Uh-oh.
Okay,
You hear me
there you
now?
are. You're back.
It's one
I
of
just you just
those.
went like and
Okay,
then
good.
like you're gone.
Okay, okay.
Now there's a
So work's not
delay.
getting you down too much?
Um,
Oh.
no, hold on. Work is not getting me down too much, just because whatever. It is what it is. You know,
Yeah. All right.
I'm having that week.
What
Probably
was
next
good
week
then?
I'll be like, screw this. I hate everything. It
You're going through
helps
the
that
7 stages of being lit.
I didn't feel good the other day, and I went home like a couple hours early, and then
Yeah.
this morning I slept in, and so I just came in late. I'm at that stage.
Have you been watching Office Space like on repeat?
I probably I'm not quite there yet.
Not quite yet.
Um, whatever. It's whatever. It is what it is. I've been applying for jobs.
That's good. Any
Not
potential
yet.
leads?
Not yet.
Okay.
Nothing. The job I applied for in the job I interviewed for in Orange, I don't think they haven't called me, so I'm assuming that's a no go.
Okay. What about this nonsense about moving to Washington?
Haven't heard back from Amazon yet.
Okay.
If they call and they make an offer I can't refuse, we'll talk. But
I might have to do an Amazon impression and call you up.
we do not
Brendan.
want you. This is Amazon.
Brendan, this is
Brandon, this
Amazon.
is Amazon.
We do not want you to work here.
Yes, we sound like your mother.
Please stop applying to our company.
Why?
That's my Amazon impression.
People are gonna think you're racist.
That's not. How's that racist? I don't even know
Sounds
what
like
race that would
some
be.
weird like Andy Rudy and
No, that's just like a kid speech impediment. Just
okay, so
making
now
fun of
you're
kids with
making
speech
fun of
impediments.
speech
That's all.
impediment. There was a kid.
No one can get mad about
There
that.
was a kid in junior high who had a lisp, and everybody made fun of him, and I felt bad for that kid.
That's not so much a lisp. That's like the Homestar Runner.
But
You
he
know.
did, yeah, and he did that because his name was Marty, and we all Marty Peels. That's how he
Yeah.
sounded. But
Well,
on top of that, I just gave his name. Feel bad.
now everyone. So look, I'm the bad guy. You're the one like actually calling him out there.
Marty. But on top of that, like, see, because like this is where I feel like, if you have something like that going against you, you need to like make up for it, by being like funny or like being
Yeah.
cool.
Hopefully you can.
But this kid was also the smelly kid, and he was the
Uh,
kid that he always had like a hole in his crotch in his pants,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
that kid, crotch
Well,
hole.
hopefully he's probably now like a multimillionaire, like something. You know, that's
Probably
usually
went
how
to
it works
speech
out.
therapy. Probably
Yeah.
figured out that being the smelly kid sucks. Probably turned it around.
I always felt so bad for the smelly kid because like they were always really nice, but they were also the smelly kid.
Yeah.
And I don't, like, how do you help them with that?
So,
It's like that freaks and geeks, you know.
what kind of shampoo do you use?
What kind of shampoo do you use? What kind of
I know
deodorant
I
do you use? I
smell.
know I smell Sam. Oh, what is that? Yeah, I should have known Freaks and Geeks already addressed the issue better than we ever could. So
Yeah, but like a lot of the smelly kids don't have Gordon's
right,
excuse.
yeah, that's not usually the case.
What is that? Well, I sit in my own filth a lot, and I don't bathe ever, and I don't wash my clothes,
I don't change my
and
clothes.
I poop my pants all the time.
Did I ever tell you about, I'm not going to say names, unlike you, but did I ever tell you about
Poop
our
pants?
family friend, like the pants pooper that pooped his pants all the way into like high school?
Yep.
Yeah, his sister was a pants peer, but she would poop in the toilet. But he would just poop his pants, and like I remember,
They
my
not
parents
potty
got a
train
hot
their
tub.
children?
There was just no like consequences. Like they were a really odd family, and like so I remember we got a hot tub, and he like pooped his pants before, like a brand new hot tub when I was a kid.
Josh,
And my parents were like, "You need to
Josh says
shower," and he's like, "I'm not gonna shower." And he just like wanted to go into the hot tub with like poop pants, and they wouldn't let him in. And there was this big like ordeal, like I don't know. Yeah, and he did it like all the way up into high school.
I love that Josh is like, of course I just get here and it's shit talk. Welcome to Radio BrendoMan.
We're only 14 minutes in, so it doesn't take long to get
Not
to that.
Radio BrendoMan without poop talk. Hey, we have
Yeah,
no reader mail. So if there's no reader mail, that's when it go to straight to poop talk.
yeah, that's our go-to. What are we
Yep.
gonna talk about? Well, poop. There's always poop.
Everybody poops, man.
Yeah, and everyone can relate. Because if you weren't the stinky kid, you knew the stinky kid.
I had a dream the other night. I don't know why I dreamed about this, but I dreamt for some reason that I was going around and I just pooped on the ground. I had like I'm like, oh no, and then it was just like like what is that telling me?
I don't know.
You have to poo? Because I didn't. I woke up thinking maybe I have to poo. Because sometimes in your sleep, if you think about peeing,
Oh yeah, and then you wake up and you're like, oh.
But I thought maybe that's what it meant, but it totally didn't. So I'm like, why did I just dream that I pooped on the ground?
I had the worst it was the most boring but also like kind of anticlimactic dream because I listed some stuff on like a Facebook page for like you can buy and sell stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had some old like sports Nintendo 64 games that aren't worth very much, so I tried to sell a whole lot of them for like $5. And
Is this
I
in your dream or in
that
real
someone,
life? Oh, okay.
No, in real life I did that.
Mm-hmm.
So in my dream, I dreamed that someone responded and was like,
"Wait,
I might
what
be interested."
sports games do you own?
Well, I got like a lot off of like eBay way back, and I had like there was a bunch of like leftover junk that I
was like Phil sports games. What?
Yeah. This is all the like leftovers. It's not worth selling and whatever. So I put the listing up and no one responded for a while, and I like dropped down the price to try to get people to answer. And
of course, you would dream
then,
about eBay auctions.
No, this is just on like a Facebook page.
Oh.
Like just a buy sell trade type of thing, like in our local communities.
Okay.
And so I dreamed that someone had responded, not that they were going to buy it, but they would make me an offer for less money. And then I woke up and went to go check because I thought someone had responded. So I didn't even dream someone said they were going to buy it. I dreamed someone was going to offer me less money.
You dream about eBay though.
I do, and it's so like it's such a boring dream. Sometimes I'm so bored with my dreams. Like,
oh, dude, there's
nothing exciting about that.
The worst dreams are like, depending on where I'm working, like, oh, dude, when I worked at Burger King dreams are like you wake up and you're like, no, like I have to go to work now, and you dream about, because that's like the worst when you dream about work and then you got to go to work and you're just like, oh god, I hate my, or like because like
can't even escape it.
You dream about school and then you got to go to school, and now I still dream. Like I have these recurring dreams that I'm like back. It's college. And it's like, oh, why am I here? Like, even in my dream, I'm like, this is stupid.
And it's not the fun parts of, like, hanging out at college. It's the homework and stuff.
That's it. Josh says I have dreams that it's the end of the semester and I haven't gone to class once. That's me, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, I'm always in danger of graduating. And then it's like I'm in the dorm again. But I'm like, it's not like I'm a kid either. I'm like me now. But I'm like living in a dorm, and I'm like, ugh, dorms. Like, it's stupid.
Yeah. Which, again, when we lived in the dorms, I was like, I'm never going to leave the dorms. This is the best thing ever.
Trust me, by the time, I lived in dorms for like 5 years. By like the third year, I was so over it.
I cannot imagine having to do that again.
Because I went back, because I was in dorms for 2 years at Biola, and then I went back to school. I was in the dorm all 3 years. At least my senior year at Central, I was an RA and I had my own room, and I got my mom's couch, so I made it all awesome. Like I had a couch, and like I would put my computer, like I would watch movies, and like sit on a couch. So it was like sort of like having like a little cool little apartment. Except I lived on the freshman floor, and those people were all hopeless.
Well, I
And
do
then
not miss those. I miss those days, but I do not miss
communal
living.
bathrooms, sharing a bathroom with
Yes. Oh
like
gosh.
25 dudes.
Yeah. Not
Uh,
something that I miss at all. I loved those years, but I would never go back to that.
yeah, because like as bad as like, because I've had some like crazy roommate situations, but then I think about like living in the dorms.
That being said, now I have to share bathrooms with two little kids, and it's gotten to the
Yeah.
point now where they go in there and take like long poops now, and they both go at the same time. I never thought like we have two bathrooms, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. You're never gonna have to wait
Oh,
for the bathroom
dude, my
again.
brother and I would always synchronize our. We were like,
Yeah.
because we had to go at the same time because otherwise, like, you didn't trust the other person to like with the Nintendo or whatever, or like my brother might take over the TV or something. Like if I, so like I would go because we had two bathrooms, so I would go when he went. Like it would synchronize because otherwise you're like
Well,
leaving the TV open or shenanigans on the Nintendo.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, Audrey and Luke have gotten in some fights about like they'll pause the game and then one of them leaves to go do something and the other like unpauses it and don't pause. It's kind
You
of
gotta
cool that
have
they have that
strict pause,
fight already.
unpause
Like
rules,
really,
yeah. Because otherwise it's chaos, man. You can't have that.
yeah.
All right.
You
Well,
can't, and you got to have the no crossing in front of the TV while you're playing
oh,
rules.
well, that's just. I mean, what are we living in a freaking? Come on.
We're living in a society here.
Well, at least now, like all the controllers are wireless. Because I remember like parents getting tangled up in
Oh
controls.
yeah. Or someone tripping over the wire and yanking the whole
Oh,
thing.
dude.
Oh, that's the worst.
Now I'm now. Yeah. Josh says he plays at a desk, so that's not a problem. Well, there you go. You're a big boy now. Play your video
Yeah.
games at a desk.
No one. What about cats though? Cats could still mess it up.
That's true.
Could.
Cats.
He even acknowledges that. Oh, hey, real quick, Josh, in the chat, have you read any cat tales or cat stories? We gave Josh and Rachel some books of cat tales and a book of cat tales and a book of cat stories. Oh, he hasn't read them yet. Okay, I just was curious if they're any good.
You should get him the Lloyd Alexander cat books.
That's actually true. I can't believe that he's not like his favorite author. 'Cause he writes about zombies and cats and
I was
I don't
looking
know.
at like the Lloyd like the page at like the end of the Vesper Holly, and like there's like 6 books that have like cat in the title.
Yeah. Oh, he's got tons of cat books.
Isn't
Time
there one
Cat.
called Time Cat? Time Cat. I mean, come on.
Yeah, time
I
traveling and
want to read that
cats.
book, and I don't even really
Yeah.
like cats. Time Cat.
Yeah, but think of like the cat in the Chronicles of Prydain was awesome. She has a cat in Vesper Holly, like, throughout all the books.
Yep. Blinks. Oh,
Pet
I
cat.
remember that game. All right. Well, you know what's not. Ah, crap. I was going off of a segue from something we said 5 minutes ago, so I can't do that anymore.
You gotta back segue to the old thing first.
Because we were talking
Remember
about
what we said
chaos,
before.
and I would say,
Yeah.
it's not total chaos. Is Stitcher? It's cool. Got all your podcasts in one place,
Yes. All the
including
podcasts.
including this podcast. And you should rate and review us on that, and on iTunes and everything. If you want to support the show, that's probably one of the better things you can do. Get the word out and help
Yeah.
us get
If
us
you
on
tell
those
two people to
lists,
listen to the show on Stitcher, that
and
would be
then
good.
yeah. Well, it's a free app, or you can just listen on the web on Stitcher, Um, and if you haven't signed up yet, when you sign up for an account, you can use a code. Use the code BrendoMan. But either way, you don't even have to do that. Just listen. Just subscribe and rate and review, just like you do on iTunes, because I know you're all doing that. Thank you in advance.
Yes.
And if you want to be super cool like that, you know what else is super cool, Phil?
What else is super cool?
Dream host, super cool.
It is.
Use
I
the
happen
promo
to know we
code.
had someone else sign up.
Ooh, nice. Somebody else.
Yeah,
Nice.
another one. Yeah.
You can yeah, so you can start your own blog, podcast, business. They got like one click installs for like shopping carts stuff.
It's good. Shopping carts are good.
And when you sign up, you can use the promo code Radio BrendoMan, save $50 off your order, and get a free additional domain registration. And when you sign up, you already get one domain, but with this code, you'll get two.
Bonus.
And that's for the life of your hosting account.
That's
Free.
a long life.
And don't have to worry about like forgetting to renew your domains. Like sometimes I almost did and almost lost. What did I almost lose? I think I
What
almost
did you
lost
almost lose?
BrendoMan Productions.
Oh.
Because
Do
at
you know
this
anything
point, I've
about
had some of
it?
these domains for so long, that even though I'm not using them, I don't want them to become like a spam hole, and you never know when you might use them again. And because if you
Yeah.
let them go, if you let a domain go that you've had for a long time, you're not getting it back. It's gone. Because somebody will get it, like a spammer, like
Yeah.
RadioBrendoMan.com, those bastards. Because I'm like, I'm not going to need this anymore. I'm not doing my podcast. I'll let it go. I'll just get it again if I need it. Nope, that does not happen.
So you would say then that the song from Frozen is not good advice when it comes to websites,
Nope. When it
domain
comes to
names.
domain names, don't let it go. Hold on
Don't
to
let it go. Don't let it go.
it.
Just renew a little more,
Yes.
etc.
I haven't seen
All
that
right.
movie, but that song is on the radio a lot, which is
You still
weird.
haven't seen Frozen?
Yeah.
It's still in the theater somewhere.
When was the
Go to the
last
dollar
time that
theater.
like a song from an animated movie was on the radio? I feel like when like they
I
were
don't
doing
know.
those it's like the actual song. Like cuz I remember when like if like they'd have like cuz like the Disney movies they would have like the like what was it Sheena Easton or somebody did like a whole new world or something or Peebo Bryson.
Right.
So like
Well,
that would
been
be on
doing
the
that lately.
radio. Hmm?
Who did that? Someone did this one. Someone did Let It Go. I can't remember who.
Oh yeah.
It's on the soundtrack though, so.
But now it's like there's actually like Adina Menzel doing Let It Go on the radio. So yeah, it's crazy. Crazy times. Are you sick of Frozen yet, Phil?
That's crazy.
There's like this thing I
No,
got just from reading a lot of
it's really
parents.
good, so it's.
A lot of parents have I've read some complaints. Get a little sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately our kids have a wide enough palette that, there's a lot of rotation. So,
Yeah. Do you
it's
remember
not
the
so
Full
bad.
House? Do you remember the Full
There's
House
one
where Michelle wouldn't stop listening to Baby Beluga and they ended up like
yes, I do. Because
destroying the tape?
my kids love Baby Beluga too, so I can relate.
Baby
That
Beluga.
does happen.
Oh,
I
now I
can't tell
got
you how
that
many
song
times
in my
I've done
head.
that song.
Yeah.
Let it go, let it go.
All right.
That's not the
Well,
song that's been stuck in my head today, though.
you know what you shouldn't let go
What's
is
that?
you shouldn't let go using Amazon and going to our site first and clicking the Amazon banner before you do it.
That's something you should still do.
You shouldn't let go of that. You shouldn't let go of buying things on
Do you want to
Amazon.
buy from Amazon? That's right.
Well,
So someone bought something from Amazon.
we got one thing this week. You guys are slacking.
It's not payday yet. That's the problem.
I got paid today.
Well, it's a long month, so if you get paid 2 times a month, we don't get paid like for a little bit longer.
Well, somebody bought the brand new Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou Criterion Blu-ray. So finally
That's awesome.
came out on Criterion Blu-ray.
That might be my favorite of his.
You are talking insane talk right now.
I don't know. It's up there. It's up there for me. I do love Rushmore though too. I love them all. But I think that might be my favorite.
That's probably I love
I don't
them
know.
all, but it's probably towards the bottom for me.
Really?
But
It's
not like
definitely
in a
towards the
bad
top for
way.
me.
It's just I love like Tenenbaums is my number one. Rushmore is probably my number two. Fantastic Mr. Fox is my number three. Moonrise Kingdom is probably like my number four.
Oh, I do love Moonrise Kingdom.
And like Grand Budapest is like up there too now. And Bottle
I still haven't
Rocket.
seen that.
Oh, I don't know,
I
man. They're
know.
all so good. Everything's all good. It's all good. And then I have like after I watched like I after like the third or fourth viewing, I have a much more appreciation for what's it called? The
Train
train.
one?
We both
What's
said
that called?
the
The
train.
train one. A train movie. What's it? I could call out to Janelle and ask her what it is again. I've been doing that tonight.
No,
Janelle,
no.
what's the Wes Anderson train movie?
It was the uh,
Express.
no,
Limited?
no.
All I can think of is Budapest now. It's a place.
This is the Darjeeling Limited.
Gosh. Yeah, see, I knew it was Express or Limited or one of those train things. Caboose. The Darjeeling
Caboose.
Caboose.
All right. Well, so we don't have any. We didn't have any mail, and we got that one. So I mean, everybody gets a little tired, so that's cool.
Yeah.
We're about to hit the
But it's starting to
summer.
heat up.
It's almost
Yeah.
summertime. Get the living's easy and it's busy and movies and Ice Cream Man and all that good stuff. I
Good.
saw this ice cream truck the other day. The thing that I love about ice cream trucks is like their blatant copyright infringement. Like this one that I saw had like straight up it had Lightning McQueen on it and it even had the Cars logo. And I'm like, no
Sure it
way is
wasn't
that like an
licensed.
official Disney. No, it's a freaking ice cream truck. But I'm like, this guy's
So
just
you telling
like,
me all those just blatantly? At least he wasn't playing like Small World or something through
oh,
the.
I don't know what he was playing. This was on the, I saw it on the freeway because this thing was
Oh, okay.
huge. But I'm like, this guy just does not care. He's like, bring it on, Disney attorneys. Bring it on. I got the Cars logo on the back of my ice cream truck, including multiple Disney characters. And he had like Spider-Man on the side. Like, this guy's just going all out.
He could be like the official Disney ice cream truck because
No,
Marvel's owned by Disney.
this definitely was not.
Well, you know, it's not like he has an address where they can like catch him at. That you just keep moving. It's a perfect cover for a crime. No one's gonna suspect the ice cream truck.
Speaking of copyright infringing eateries, remember remember that place by the Dollar Theater?
The place by the Dollar Theater.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't
Tacos
know.
de
Remind me.
Chihuahua, and it had the
Oh
Taco Bell
yes,
dog,
yes,
and we're like, that
yes.
seems wrong because it's like, wait, dog tacos, or is it because
Yeah.
it's like because of the Taco
Is it
Bell dog? Because
because
it had the
Taco Bell?
picture of the like the dog with the beret, and I'm
Yeah,
like, they're
but it
missing
kind
this
of made it
like
sound
lost
like
in
it's
translation here.
yeah. And I can't imagine a Chihuahua. If you're gonna eat a dog, I don't think Chihuahua is where you'd start.
But it was Tacos de Chihuahua,
Yeah.
and it had a picture of a dog. But it was obviously the Taco Bell dog, and they were trying to rip off that, but it was not done very well. So it's like, am I eating dog tacos? I never went in there,
No, no, absolutely not. Just in case.
especially after our El Taco experience.
Yeah. Well, because what if they really are serving dog and people complain and they're like, "Hey, it's in the title, like it's in our
Yeah.
name."
What? So then maybe
Can't
they
get
are.
mad.
And what are you gonna do? We said
Yeah.
it. It's right there.
It says tacos of dog. Can't complain. Yeah, definitely not worth the risk.
I wonder if that place is still there.
I don't know. I feel like everything down there is kind of shut down and turned over.
Ah, good old Norwalk.
Oh, Norwalk. How I kind of miss the.
That theater, man.
It's like a disco party in there. The lights. I wonder if it's still like that.
Oh,
We should go
dude,
back there.
it's got
That's.
a.
Do you remember? Do you remember when you tried to smuggle in a 2 liter bottle of soda into there? And you, what did you have it like? How did you hide it even? Like under your shirt or something?
Well, I had big. I think I had it under my shirt. Like I
And you got
was.
so mad at them.
Oh, I once brought in like a bag of hamburgers in my shorts. Like I was always bringing in food in there, and it doesn't even make sense because they had like dollar. Like the food was cheap too, but it was such a cheap.
Yeah,
We were so like cheap and like.
yeah. Well, because there was that
I
like
do remember
discount store
having.
across the parking lot.
I remember that, and I also remember because it was 29 cent hamburgers. I remember having hamburgers in my pocket sometimes.
I just remember you got so mad at them because they wouldn't let you bring in a 2 liter bottle, but like it was so obvious that you had a 2 liter bottle. What? It's like that Far Side where the guy's trying to steal a piano from the piano store by hiding it under his jacket. Like that was kind of you with the 2 liter bottle.
Yeah, I wasn't trying
Listen,
very hard.
I don't have anything. What are you talking about? I bought this here.
I remember also the most embarrassing thing one time was I had some fast food and I had it in my pants. And it was when I went with Mike to go see Lake Placid, and Mike being the guy that he did it as a joke because he didn't think the guy was gonna do anything. But he's like, this kid has food in his pants, and I freaked out, and then it all fell out of my pants because I was like, ah!
I could imagine.
And then the guy
The
felt
kid
bad
has
for
food in
me.
his pants.
But the guy I think felt bad for me because he's like, just go in, just go in.
Oh gosh.
Because he was just being funny. Kid has food in his pants.
I admit I got pretty good at sneaking stuff in my cargo
Oh,
shorts. Like
dude.
I could fit a lot of stuff in these things.
Yeah,
Now I try not to eat all that much junk food in the.
yeah.
Although when we went to see X-Men with Josh and Rachel, they had like these giant tubs of caramel corn, and it was really good.
Mm,
And we ate a lot of it. And then Josh and Rachel didn't eat much of theirs, and they sent theirs home with us, and then we ate that the next day.
caramel corn's good.
Yeah, it was really good. You know what else is really good?
What?
The Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went and
Was it
saw that with my
awesome?
mom last weekend.
Was it awkward watching it with your mom?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I prepped her beforehand. She knew that this is, I mean,
This is
it's,
the South Park guys. It's like, come on.
yeah, except without the restraints of even like being on Comedy Central, like
Yeah.
no holds barred. It was about as dirty as you could possibly imagine, but it was also brilliant and like really funny and really well written, and I think actually made like some really good points about stuff, and
Hmm.
it was awesome. It was super awesome. It was really funny too because we saw it in Orange County at the Performing Arts Center place, whatever it's called, and
Hmm.
I mean it's kind of like an upper crust crowd there, and there's a lot of like fancy ritzy people,
Were
and
there
it's
any
like
walkouts?
I don't know. I think they're like it's one of those like Emperor's New Clothes kind of things where they're all too cool to like they don't want to be the one that's not like cultured enough to watch something like that. But you could just tell like the awkward like conversation in the lobby and like the intermission. Like there was this old lady trying to explain to another old lady what was happening in the play, and she's like,
Yeah.
why are they so angry or what's
I
happening? Why are they
remember when
all
I saw. See, I saw Avenue Q at the Pantages, which is a pretty normal crowd, but there
mm-hmm.
were some people that like obviously had no idea what they were going to see.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I could see it, kind of taking you off guard if you walked in and didn't know, but I don't know, like read something beforehand, I guess.
Yeah.
Josh asked if I saw it at the Segerstrom. I think
It's
so. Is that the one that's right by the
Yeah.
55 and the
Yeah.
405 there?
By Fashion Island and
Yeah,
whatnot.
that's what we thought. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
The
anyway, it
not
was really
Fashion Island,
funny and
the
awesome.
super fancy mall that The super fancy mall. Oh, he's telling you that's where you saw it. He's like, no, I am telling you. I'm not asking you. He knows where you saw it.
That's where I saw it.
That whole place is
Yeah.
like
Okay.
uppity because
Yes,
that is
that
like
is where I
this.
saw it at that one.
That whole place is
Um.
uppity because that's like the super fancy mall with like the fancy stores. It's like the freaking Gucci store in the
Yeah.
mall.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I had to dress kind of nice even. Well,
Ooh.
for me,
So what did that
I
mean?
had a
Spivvy
collared shirt
shirt?
on
Spivvy shirt?
and pants. I wore pants. No, I wore pants, and I had a little collar. I don't know. I did have it unbuttoned, but I still had a collared shirt on. So, um, other awesome things about it. Um, we actually got my mom to pose for a picture with me at the like. They have like a giant poster thing where you can pose. So
Mhm.
I have like documentation that she went and
Nice.
saw it with me.
Awesome.
And I don't know, it was just super, super. Okay, this is kind of interesting because it's definitely not friendly towards the Book of Mormon. In case you were wondering if it was
Oh
like
yeah.
pro.
If there's one thing that like you can tell that Trey and Matt actively like hate, it's Mormons.
Yeah, and I mean to be fair, they although they're like stupid and they make fun of what they believe and stuff, they are still like the heroes of the story more or
Mhm.
less ish. And so, they're not like completely like brutal to them, but it's pretty bad. And yet, like, there's a giant, like, 3 pages full ad from the Mormon Church, and it says, "You've seen the play, now read the Book of Mormon." Like, so they're like, and
We're
I
cool
read an article.
guys. We're cool.
Yeah, well, and I read an interview with Matt and Trey, and they're like beforehand, everyone was telling them like, "Oh, they're gonna freak out, they're gonna sue you, or they're gonna boycott," and they're like, "No, no, they'll be cool." And sure enough, like they said, we have faith in the Mormon Church enough to know how they're gonna respond, and they did. They're like, "Yeah, we're in on the joke.
Mormon Church is too
It's
slick
cool."
and too to they're not they don't do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. Oh, those guys have a good sense of humor. Haha. Like,
No, they're not.
I don't
If
know.
they, that's why they couldn't. Any other, I feel like yeah, like the Mormon Church is too like smart and slick. Like if they did this like about like the Baptist Church, oh yeah, there'd be picket lines
Oh,
around the
absolutely.
block, or like Catholic Church or any like anything else. Like yeah, but like
Uh,
the Mormons, they're smart when it comes to that kind of stuff. They don't.
yeah. Christians could learn a little bit from that, I suppose. Hey, chill out a little bit.
Well, they save their
And I,
energy for like things that they like, that are a little bit more important for them,
yeah, yeah,
you know. Because like I feel like the Mormons are more involved in like backroom politics and like that kind of stuff. Like they don't
yeah.
none of these like dumb protests and like that kind of thing. They're more in like the shady backroom deals,
If they want something
controlling.
to go down, it goes down.
Yeah. Um. So okay. What is this? Backyard of Death?
Okay, so I have a continuing story about. Remember last week, I think it was, I told you about the bird that came to
Oh
die in our
yeah.
backyard, and we've had cats
Hey,
come in our backyard like multiple times.
is your house on an Indian burial ground?
I'm starting to wonder. Okay, because
When
first
they
of all,
start coming
the
back
bird
from the
like died.
dead, that is when you need to move
Yeah,
immediately.
it's time. Well, okay, so it might have. I don't know because the bird like died in the back corner,
I
and I
don't
like
want
went
to be
out like I,
buried in Phil's
I
pet cemetery.
so I went back in the back corner to like I brought the trash can around and gloves and stuff to pick it up,
Mm-hmm.
and it was gone, like completely gone.
Cat
So
probably ate it.
either a cat probably ate it, which is the most likely, but it could be like roaming around undead crow or raven or
Ugh.
whatever. So it's possible. But then, okay, so that happened, and the bird disappeared. The next day, so I'm sitting out here like in the playroom, and it's got windows on 3 walls, right? That kind of faces out to the backyard.
Yeah.
So I'm in here like typing on my computer because I have the computer out here, and I start hearing like this rustling sound in the backyard. And at first I thought it was just some birds or whatever, and then I hear rustle, rustle. It sounds like a bigger animal, so I think, oh, it's a cat. I'm gonna go shoo it off, and I go out and look around, and I can't find anything. So I come back in, and then I hear it again, and all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see a giant black dog running through our backyard.
Jeez.
Okay, our yard is totally fenced in, right? So like it must have jumped over the fence to get in our backyard. Well, we had seen this dog like wandering around the neighborhood, no
Hmm.
collar, and it's like foaming at the mouth. Like honestly, it probably has rabies
So
or
rabid
something.
dog.
And it's all acting clumsy and like kind of scared and crazy because it's probably really sick, you know. And it's like in the backyard, and it's like up in the corner, and there's these dogs up from our neighbors. It's like trying to get at them, but it can't get to them, and I had to like chase it out of the yard with a hose and a stick. I didn't want to get too close to it. So I chased it out of the yard, and then I like go in to call animal control because they, need to come pick it up. And as I'm like on the phone with them, I see it like in the backyard again. It had jumped over the fence again. So like I chased it out again, and
You're like the dad of
animal
Christmas
control wound up
Story.
coming down.
You're a fucking
I'm telling you, like it was so like, and we have the fence was closed. I don't know like why it wanted to come in our yard twice, but then it was like running up and down the
die
street.
there so it could be reborn.
It did. That they come here to die. I'm telling you. So fortunately, I think I got it out before it died because I went back and looked and I couldn't find it back there again. So maybe they caught it and brought it to die elsewhere.
Maybe it already died and resurrected as an undead dog, zombie dog.
It
It's
could be.
come...
It could be out there right now.
Pinocchio, literally baffled by animals.
Yeah, I don't understand how they work. Okay, and then so the last thing is today. There's a like a new gopher hole.
I just want a video of you out there with your hose and your broom.
Oh, I had a big long stick and a hose, and I was like, like yelling at it, trying to get it to run. I was like smacking the ground with the stick to make sound and like spraying the hose towards it. And it was like running around, like smacking into trees and the fence because it was like, delirious. I don't know. Josh says, do I know how many animals have died in any other yards? No. I think they all come to my yard.
Animals never died in my yard.
Yeah, I don't know. Because this didn't just happen to this house. Remember, it happened at our old apartment, too. So it's not. This is like a recurring, situation that we've had for a while.
I think I don't know.
How do I know my situation is statistically significant? No, it is. Like, because how many times has animals come and died near you? In your apartment. We had people die in our yard in our apartment. And that was like, we had animals die in the yard in the apartment. That was like,
people die in your yard and
animals. Animals. They had animals come and die in our backyard there, and that was like a 6x10 cement thing. So, I don't know. I think it's
trying to annoy you.
Then I had a gopher, like I saw it pop its head up out of a hole. So I run and grab my gopher trap and the shovel and stuff, and I dig it up and stick it in the hole where he had popped up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching it, and I can see him like inside the trap looking up at the hole, out the hole at me, and then it starts like filling it in with dirt. Like it figured out how not to get caught. So I grabbed a stick and like set off the trap automatically, manually, but I was too late. He escaped.
They're getting too smart.
So the animals are conspiring against me. I'm telling
Josh,
you.
do you know how many animal
deaths that are in your kaipa every week? Yes, they're all in my yard. In fact, when I call up animal control, they're just like, "Yep, how many are dead this time?" They know me. They have my number in their saved numbers.
All right.
Oh, it's fell again.
Well, let's get the playground update.
Oh, Playground of Doom update. Nothing.
Good
I
job.
was too busy chasing dogs around the yard,
Playing Mario Kart now. Forget about it. Now that you got Mario Kart, it's game over.
It's game over, man. It is. I will get very little done. We're gonna have to go on vacation just so I can do something besides play Mario Kart.
Playgrounds are in your yard?
Well, if you count like the other little play sets, we have 3 but those ones aren't broken. They're fine. We have quite a backyard menagerie of toys.
Hey, I got a fat alert.
Tell us about your fat alert.
So tonight I went to my friend's birthday thingy. It was a coworker friend, and she went to a wine bar place.
Okay.
In North Park, and I think I realized something. Most bars are not fat friendly at all. And I think that's why I
Okay.
hate them. Because like even in bars, like they're always crowded, and like those situations for fat people, there's always people bumping into you. You're always like when you're trying to get through like a crowd of people, like
Oh
it's
yeah.
a fat person, it's just not like, and everybody looks at you like, ugh, and like you get these looks. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a large person. It's like you don't even belong there. I don't like it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, I
need to
can
have
see that.
fat bar, and
Fat bar.
it'd be like
Fats
just,
only.
well, it'd be fats only, and we'd all just have our own lazy boys, and there'd be wide walkways, massive walkways. There's no walkways, like there's no designated walkways in bars, so you're always having to like push through people, and as like a large person, it's just like I'm always shoving people, and I cannot tell you how often if I have my arms out like in any I have to like be like this, like scrunched all the time because people will just run into my elbows flat out. Like I have accidentally decked people like so many times.
Well, you have the added disadvantage of you're very like tall as
Yeah,
well. You have the long limbs flailing about.
yeah.
I'll tell you on that note, going to a play is definitely not a fat friendly situation. Like you
Ugh.
have to get back to your seat first after like intermission, or else
Climbing
you're
over
scooting your
people
butt
again.
past all of those
And then
people,
you got to decide: you giving
and they
them
do
the
not like
butt,
it.
you giving them the crotch.
Yeah,
Which way? What are you gonna do? Either way is no good.
yeah. Which I don't know. I still don't know what's the best. Nope, no good. And you certainly can't face forward. That doesn't work. You got
Yeah.
elbows in their face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's good. Good to know. They need more fat bars.
Because yeah, I think I always feel uncomfortable in bars, and I think
That
half of
that
it
and
is
people just
people just what?
that's what it is.
People just what?
Well, I was gonna say I think people just need to know to let you scoot by. Like when you're going by someone, don't assume that they can get by the same way.
Yeah. And then
It
I
takes a little
try to
more
do
space.
like I'm like
We're flailing about.
I'm trying to be nice, so I'm just like kind of like I need, and then I get a like, and like I'm just like, excuse me, it's like the Garth, I'd like to get by now, you know. Um, ugh. All right, moving on. Ready to move on?
Moving on.
Book corner. I
What you got?
I finished Full Moon, which was the second book in the Dresden Files series. Had involved werewolves,
Pretty
and
good.
it was awesome. Real good, real good. Liked it a lot. And I am currently reading A Tangle of Knots, and it is amazing.
It is right.
Oh, so good.
How far are you through? Like about.
Like a little over a third.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it really is.
And like as
It's
people
funny.
like as you start, as there's more and more connections, and like
Mm-hmm.
things are starting to come together, you're just like, oh, and the characters
Oh,
are really cool.
it's
And
really, really, really good. I can see why she's had so many books published, and like
she's a
she
great
because she's gotten
storyteller. She's an
yeah,
amazing
like
storyteller.
it's good too because you know it's a lot easier to talk with someone about their stuff when it's really genuinely awesome and you don't have to pretend to like it, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll be good having her on because I can genuinely sing its praises. Like seriously, seriously good. And
Um.
she's like this book in particular is like on a bunch of like must read lists, what do you call them, like book lists for school districts like across the country, like state reading lists and stuff,
Mhm.
and every week they keep adding it to new ones, so it's doing quite well.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, and
yeah.
then I'm taking a break on S because I had to return it to the library. I might just buy it. I haven't decided. because it's
It's
probably
pretty
gonna take a
awesome.
while, so I might need to buy it.
Then you have
Um,
like all the artifacts in the right place, and you
well,
know you have to deal with
I
that.
figured the artifacts I have all like I had them all, and but they were like separate, so I had to like put them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, all right, and then I read, and then I started. I'm like a few like 10 chapters in on Mostly Harmless, which I never read before.
That's the last one, right?
Yes.
Yes. Pretty
It's
good.
it's really good. It's so like bizarro, like it's so funny, and also it's funny because since I've now that I've seen I actually like the movie. I'm
I
one of
did
those
too.
weirdos, but now I like Ford Prefect is Most Def, like when in my mind, in my brain, and I think it works. And like and I think like and Martin Freeman, and then like I read Marvin as Alan Rickman.
Uh-huh.
Like it's like in my head.
No, I think they did a great job with it. I mean, I get why it wasn't a huge commercial success, but I mean, it's a tough book to adapt, for at least for a mainstream audience.
Oh yeah. Well then like I don't know what they were gonna do with like some of the later like especially this book because Mostly Harmless deals with like parallel dimensions and like all kinds of other stuff. Like once you get into
Yeah.
that stuff, it's like just goes completely bonkers.
Yeah, I
And
almost wonder if they didn't intend to do the whole series. Like, I don't know.
yeah, I don't know what their intentions were because things just get more and more crazy. So I don't know.
But super awesome. And it's also one of the few books that I like, or series anyway, that I like literally laugh out loud while I'm reading.
Oh yeah, there's it's so like just so many funny little asides and just all the like humor and like it's so all over the place. It's just it's great. Love it.
So
Um,
good.
Douglas Adams was a freaking genius.
Yeah. Agreed. Have you read other stuff by him, in addition
I
to
haven't read the Dirk Gently books. I probably will read those next. I've never read
those are
them.
really good. I think there's just two of them.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
I
definitely recommend it.
played Starship Titanic back in the day.
Ooh, well, I read the Terry Jones did like
Terry
the
Jones tie-in.
novel tie-in thing, and
Yeah.
that's pretty good. So, I recommend that.
I haven't read any Terry Jones other books. I've read Michael Palin. I read a couple Michael Palin books.
I feel like I've read one other Terry Jones one.
Have you read any Michael Palin books?
Yeah, his like travel stuff is really good.
But
Yeah,
I mean, we talked about I read on the
some of the
show,
travel ones.
but I read Hemingway's Chair, which gave to Vicky. She won it, so I want to hear what she thinks. Hemingway's Chair was amazing. I really liked it.
Oh, nice.
All right, so
Speaking of
that's.
Vicky, I wonder if what's the progress on that
Oh yeah, what's going on with that?
artwork there?
No pressure though. No pressure.
No, just any updates because I'm excited about it.
Okay. Phil, what are you currently reading?
I am currently reading, well, the same. I still am working on S, kind of very
What
slowly
page are
but
you on?
surely. You kind of have to be in. What's that?
What page are you on?
What page am I on? Oh, I'm still very, very early on. Like, um, I don't know. I'm probably only 20 pages in.
Oh, okay, because I was at like 205.
No, 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 nothing like that. Because I savor it, like, and you have to have like the right time
Well,
to do it. Like, you
I
can't
got
just,
to a part where like the book was just like amazing and I couldn't stop. Like the book
yeah.
itself, like the actual book, not the side notes. Like the notes are getting cool too, but like I was just in like involved in the story. Like it gets really intense.
Well, it is. It's super good, but like most books I can, read on the toilet or kind of
Yeah, you got to
casually
really
do it.
focus, concentrate.
Yeah, yeah. So it's slow going, but it's awesome. And
Hmm.
then I'm almost done with the Tangle of Knots, and
Oh wow,
it's
okay.
super good too. So It's yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm very
definitely want to
excited.
pick up some of her other books after this
Yeah, for sure.
because she's written a bunch.
Um, yeah, I think this is like well, she's got one that she's done since this, I think. But I think she's got something like 10 books published, something like that.
Yeah,
So pretty good. So we'll be having her on in a few weeks, and that'll be awesome.
cool. All right, so you got some music talk?
Just a real quick one. We're doing a show on a week from tomorrow, week from Saturday, on the 7th of June, I believe it is. Doing this concert series at this place called Next Gen Cafe, and Eric Kennedy of Paravel is going to be playing.
Is
So
this
it's
in
pretty cool.
Ukaipa?
If you're in the Ukaipa area, come on out because it's free. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
So far, I don't think anyone's actually come to a show that listens to our show, but you never know. Could happen one of these days.
Hey, since we have some time, do you want to do a freaky movie of the week? We haven't done this in a long
Yeah.
time.
Ooh. Let's see. Oh, what do I have on here?
What do you want to
These are ones I haven't like watched in a while. Okay, well let's do the secrets of the internet with Richard Karn.
do?
Now, we haven't done a Phil's Freaky Movie of the Week in a long time.
Forever, like a year probably.
Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you about this. So first of all, the origin of this goes back to Brendo and I at the Dollar Bookstore across from Long Beach Comic Con.
Yeah.
And they have a huge VHS section, and one of the tapes that we passed by, and I like agonized over whether I should get it, and I wound up not getting it, was How to Make Money on the Internet VHS tape, and it was hosted by Richard Karn.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe I passed that up. I don't know why I did.
I don't know why you did either. You got worried that Janelle was gonna get mad at you.
I know, and not so much for spending $1, but for bringing additional junk home. You know.
Yeah.
So, which you know,
tape. But come on, you know what kind of gold would have been on there? Because this is from like 1997.
Yeah, and it was How to Make Money on the Internet. So anyway, fast forward a little bit from that. My brother Matthew, I don't know where he picked it up at. He goes to thrift stores and all kinds of junk. He had heard us talking about it, and he found a copy of the tape. Oh, he goes to all kinds of discount stores and thrift shops and you name it. Who knows where he finds this stuff? So he found a copy of this for me, but it's not the same one. It's Secrets of the Internet.
So he did like a whole series, probably.
So yeah, there was like a series. This one is really good too, but I can imagine that the How to Make Money one might be brilliant as well. But Secrets of the Internet is great because it talks about like the pictures on the back show all these like awesome things like flying a jet, Russian like a decommissioned Russian jet. And like talks about all these things, and you're like, how do you do this through the internet? And so they do this whole thing where he goes to this place where they have a decommissioned Russian jet, and he gets to ride along, and it's this awesome experience, and blah blah blah. And what it has to do with the internet at the time was the company that does that had a website, and you could go on the internet and find their phone number to call them up and like pay for it and like make a reservation.
How is that a secret of the internet? These guys have a website.
So literally, like the whole entire thing is all these like awesome things you can do, and the secret is on the internet they have a website and you can go there and like, look at pictures of it and then like call them.
So it was like him doing all this cool stuff.
Yeah, and then it's just if you go on the internet you can find a website about this and look at a picture of it.
And then call this number.
Call it. Yeah, it has contact information. That's it. Like that's the whole tape. And so there's all these like awesome like things, but the only thing it actually has to do with the internet is just pointing out that there are websites on the internet that you can go to.
Secrets.
So, yeah. Secrets of the internet. Now you know that's the secret of the internet. There are websites you can go to.
It's like the Philo on UHF. Secrets of the internet. Instead of universe.
Yeah. Yeah,
that could be Richard Karn. This is not the only Richard Karn video that you own. Have we talked about your?
No, this is not. And which again is why I kick myself that I did not pick this up and add to the collection. Because the other Richard Karn video, for those who don't know who Richard Karn is, he was Al on Home Improvement with Tim Allen.
Doesn't seem like he had the Tim Allen money or the Tim Allen endorsements. So he did some of it.
No, not quite.
things.
Tim Allen went on to do like the Santa Claus and all that junk, and he did Secrets of the
Richard
Internet.
Karn
So
did
the other one that I have,
Family Feud for a while. Give him that.
well, that's true. That's true, and he was a good host, much better than the current host.
Oh,
He is
I
the
don't
current
know.
host.
Steve
Do
Harvey
you
is
know who
pretty
he is?
entertaining, isn't it? Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey is funny, but he's terrible at delivering like the categories.
But
He
that's why
kind of
it's so
mumbles through
funny.
them,
And
so
because of
people
that,
can't understand what it is.
we've gotten some great Family Feud sketches on SNL out of it.
Well, that's true. That is true. But he's not okay. Maybe he's entertaining, but he's not a good game show host. That's all I'm
But
saying.
that's what makes it entertaining.
That is okay. Okay. Well, that's fair. I could give you that. But the other VHS tape I have with Richard Karn is how to trim your beard. It was like came along with a beard trimmer, and it's like a whole video on like techniques to trim your beard because of course he's a bearded man, you
Which
know.
I think this is funny because I kept telling you need to put clips of this on YouTube, and sure enough, like years later, somebody put clips of that and they went huge viral.
Yep, I should have. I should have
You missed
listened.
your window.
Although my moving sound video with the stuff from that old
Yeah.
Walkman thing, I still get comments on that like on a fairly regular basis. The people that know about it, the people that have been looking for it, are like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you put this up here. I thought I would never hear this again." So
So there were other people
for
that
the
were
smoke,
in there.
there are other
try,
people. Chinese, yes, there's other people who thought they were crazy that they heard all these songs that no one else had heard of, and like. And they were incredibly racist and inappropriate, but like no one else knew what they were talking about. Yeah. So
Okay,
I'm there.
so
I'm there. I was there for them.
Did you actually use his beard trimming advice? Because he's got a sweet beard.
Oh, I don't know. Probably not. He does have a great beard. I should go back and actually look at it because I don't know if I ever actually did follow the advice. It was more just laughing at the fact that it was a video
with
of
a
Richard
beard
Karn.
trimmer, or did you buy this separately somewhere?
I don't think I bought it separately, but I came across it. Where did I find it? This was in my scavenger days, so I don't remember where I came
Dumpster
across
dive?
It could have been a dumpster dive, or it could have just been like
Somebody
there
had it
was
somewhere.
someone like because people would like send boxes of old VHS tapes to my parents' house because that's exactly what hoarders need is people to send them a lot of stuff or borderline hoarders. It's funny. My parents like
Okay, there was
they
a
have all
stage
these.
where your parents were like going over the line.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They towed the line for quite a while.
Because I feel
But
like
for
there were a
whatever
few times when I
reason,
went to your house where I'm just like, whoa.
well, and even still to this day, every time like they want to get involved with like making a difference and doing something, like a ministry or like a charity, it always involves like used stuff. Like they for a long time ran this giveaway program where people, needy people would come on a Saturday and people would donate all their junk and then they pick through it for free, clothes and toys and stuff. Except my parents were like the handlers of all of it, and
So
whatever
half
people
of it
didn't
ended
take,
up in your garage.
yeah, whatever people didn't take would go home with them. And then now my mom's doing this thing where at City of Hope, which is the cancer hospital she goes to,
Yeah.
they have like a library, like people donate books to the library. And
gosh.
she went that time that I went with her. They were kind of low on books. And so she asked them if they need donations, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. We're short on books." So she put like an APB out for used books for cancer, and literally they have
billion books.
hundreds of boxes of books that people drop off like every day. They're stacked all over the place, and they took down the ad, but still people keep bringing boxes of books. They're
Now
in the backs of their cars.
Your mom's gonna be the
driveway.
Oh, what do you do with these books?
Yeah.
We'll just dump them off at the Vecchios.
I'm seriously, they're like Dad opens the trunk and there's a box.
It's exactly like when we. I just remember when we went to the what place was that? The drop-off place, and they wouldn't take the Goodwill guy wouldn't take your last box of books, and we just left it there.
Yeah, this was in when we were desperately trying to get rid of our junk.
It's like, go. I remember we got back in the car and you're just like, Janelle, drive. Just drive.
Just go.
And then that probably happens all the time to that guy.
I'm sure. But I mean, we did some pretty bad dumping back in that era.
We did like totally illegal dumping. Like, you know those
Those signs
signs? You
with
always
no
wonder
dumping.
like who dumps stuff where those signs that say no dumping. That was us.
That's how bad that move was. We were
We
desperate.
dump things in like parking lots.
But
Um,
buy dumps.
not always. I
We,
seem to
we were in a
recall.
desperate place there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was getting crazy. I lost. No, I didn't lose you. You're back.
I'm
Um,
here. I'm here.
okay. I just remember that one, the last one where Biola and we
That was the ultimate one.
we thought we were getting him because like what would have happened if like we had gotten like stopped or like if all of a sudden like the campus safety it's like two guys who clearly don't go to school there with a desk just
And it
like
wasn't just
leaving
any desk. It was one of those giant,
like a
like, metal.
ginormous
I don't know. It probably
oh
weighed 50
we're just
tons. I don't
moving
know.
this from one place to another, officers. We are not
But
leaving
like
this desk here.
we had nowhere else to take it and had nowhere to go. So I don't
So of
know.
course we'll take it to our
So we
old
took it.
school.
And we paid them enough money. They can haul off a little
I'm
junk for
sure
us.
some kids took it somewhere. Art students, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's probably in an art project right now. So there you go. That's a justification there. So that being said, that's probably where I got my VHS tape of Richard Karn and beard trimming. I
Awesome.
honestly can't remember.
All right. Well, moving on. No new movies?
No new movies.
No new movies.
No movies. Nope.
No movies.
No movies.
Well, I have been watching the usual WWE Network. There was an awesome. They have like a developmental program. It's like the minor leagues called
Okay.
NXT, like Next. And
Yeah.
now that they have WWE Network, they now have their own bi-monthly like pay-per-view specials on the network, and it was amazing.
Huh.
It was awesome. So it's really exciting to see that because it's like, oh, the future is going to be good because there's all these good wrestlers that they're training up, and it's cool. And then the other show I started watching because like when I first saw the commercial for it, I thought it was cheesy. Was they have this show on there called Countdown, and it's like top 10 finishing moves um, but like, I started watching it last night, and like one of them was like top 10 blunders, and it was just like dumbest things, and it was really funny, and it was also cool to see like, and they do like commentary like best week ever style, and
Right.
like that was funny, and then like. It was funny to see them poking fun of themselves and admitting that some of the things they've done are like terrible. And so I watched some of them, and they were really good. So I really enjoyed it. Um, and okay, so then I've been watching a ton of Are You Afraid of the Dark. I found out I'm almost done with the episodes that are available on Prime because there's like volume 6 is free, but then there's like 4 more volumes, but they're like $1.99
Uh,
each episode.
so they get you hooked with the first ones.
I'm kind of tempted. Maybe if I just
That's
wait,
how
that'll. I don't
it
know.
might go up eventually.
But it's like that show's amazing. I love it. I like can't stop watching it.
I still haven't. I need to go and watch them. I still haven't.
I'm warning you, some of them are freaky.
Well, that's part of it. I'm too scared to watch it at night.
It's not
It's
that
usually when I get to
scary.
watch
It's
scary
not as
stuff.
scary as like you watch horror movies all the time.
That's true. But usually I have Janelle to watch them with
Well,
me.
I'm sure you can
So we
handle.
get to like, I got someone's hand to hold if it's too scary.
Well, it's pretty. It's still and like some of them. There's just some funny stuff too. Like I watched this episode, which the episode itself didn't make sense, but then like I just started noticing like for one like some episodes more than others are like super Canadian. Like super Canadian, and that part's funny. Because the show was made in Canada.
Yeah.
Um, and I hope because the thing that's a bummer is I found out that like the later seasons, which I don't think are on these ones that are on Amazon Prime, like Jay Bear shows in like 4 episodes, like later on,
Really?
playing like different characters. He's like a background character. It's like one of the first things he ever did.
Huh.
And like he eventually like guest starred on one of them. So I want to see some Jay Baruchel episodes, but I don't think it's those are on this one
You're
because
gonna
I
have to
think he was
pony
on
up.
like when they revived the series in like '99, and those ones are not on Prime. I don't even think
Hmm.
they're on Amazon. Um, but you can order the DVDs, and since Canada is the same region as us, so they'll play on your DVD player. So I might do that.
Do they have all the episodes on DVD?
Well, like in Canada, they have the actual like season by season DVDs.
Oh.
But I think those might be out of print now. I don't know. I should have ordered because I saw them when they came out, and I was like, "Oh, these," but I didn't actually pull the trigger. And now,
Hmm.
um, well, on HBO Go, I watched The Way Back,
Yeah, what'd you
and
think?
I liked it. I think there was something that, as Derek pointed out, that dance scene was ridiculous, and that is not how that would have gone down at all.
Remind me, what's the dance?
Where he
Oh,
breaks up the like break dancing. First of
yeah.
all, when does this movie take place?
That's part of what's cool about it. It's like timeless.
But timeless in the sense that there's people break dancing at a water park.
It's not about a time and place. It's about an emotion.
But it's also about a guy who probably would have gotten the shit beat out of him
Yeah, but that was the
when
thing. It
doing
was like the
that
countercultural place to be. Everyone was cool there.
at a water park. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a little too Adventurelandy, but I mean, I liked it. I liked it a
I think it
lot.
was
I
great.
thought it was great. Um, yeah, it was good. It wasn't like the greatest thing ever, but I liked it. And again, Tony Collette, amazing. I also
Yeah.
didn't, I don't know. The Steve Carell character was like a little too one-dimensional. Like, I'm the douchebag. That's me. I have no
Oh,
redeeming qualities. I don't know.
but I think again, I think that they're all like caricatures. Then it was I don't know. I don't know how to talk about movies in that way, but I know that it's better than you think it was.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a perfect movie, but I'm saying it was really, really good.
I didn't say it wasn't. It was good. I liked
All
it.
right, all right.
Jim Rash was really funny.
Tim Rash is awesome.
Sam Rockwell was
He
great. Maya
co-wrote it
Rudolph
too, if
was
I remember
great.
correctly.
Yes. Maya Rudolph was good.
Maya Rudolph, excellent. Yes. Yeah,
Also
really
didn't
good.
quite. Did Sam Rockwell like live at the water park?
I don't know. No, because it showed him
Like,
like
did he live
heading
in
to
that like
work.
little house? Like, I don't.
Maybe.
Oh, they just
I
had
don't know. It
parties
wasn't very
there. They
specific.
just hung out.
Oh, what about the? I can't think of her name now, but she was the mom in it, and she was
Tony
also in
Collette.
no, the other mom, like the neighbor. Her kid was the
Oh,
one with the eye patch. What's her
that
name?
was what's her face? Allison Janney.
Allison Janney. Oh my gosh, she was awesome in it.
She was really funny.
And the kid with the eye patch was really funny too.
The kid with the eye patch was
You're
pretty.
the worst parent ever. All right.
Um. All right.
What's this one?
Oh, The Normal Heart. Well, so it's an HBO movie. It just debuted. It has your favorite Mark Ruffalo,
Oh yay.
um, and Julia Roberts and Jim Parsons, Sheldon.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Um, so my friend Ross did the post. He was a post production supervisor. I think that's his title on this movie, and so he had a viewing party at his house last week when it was on, and it's one of the most depressing movies ever because it's about like when AIDS was first like happening, and it's like about like the
Okay.
whole gay men's health crisis in New York City, and so like and Taylor Kitsch is in it, and so it's like all these guys and like Mark Ruffalo is like this like he's like a writer activist guy and he's like trying to like get people to pay attention to the fact that all these people are dying from AIDS and like the government because like that happened in like 1982 and like Ronald Reagan didn't even say the words AIDS until like 1987. So
Huh.
like it's just like and then just the way that they were just like it's this movie about that, and it's really depressing, but it's really, really good. It's really good, but it's really
So
depressing.
not necessarily a date night movie, but worth a
No,
watch.
it's really good, and I feel like it's something that people should watch. But it's really depressing, especially since like AIDS is still an epidemic.
Same, yeah.
So it's really
Hmm.
depressing, and it's kind of like eye opening to see like how it was treated back then, like by like
Right.
normal people, like like I mean, originally it was referred as gay cancer, like
Gosh.
so
Well, I
yeah,
remember
just
quite a bit of fear mongering in school about it,
oh
like
yeah,
just in general.
toilet seats and all that stuff, and all
Yeah.
the like urban legends and yeah, crazy.
It was pretty terrifying.
Yeah. All right, so that was good. And then oh, so you got some DVD on demand corner?
Yes. Well, I've been watching a ton of Pawn
Oh,
Star,
you
so
watched
gotta keep that in there.
one of my top
Finished.
picks.
We're current on Impractical Jokers now, so that's really
Nice.
good. And then okay, so we red boxed a couple movies. We saw Nebraska.
How good was Nebraska?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's the new
Bruce
Alexander Payne
Dern.
movie.
Bruce Dern's
It was
incredible, right?
incredible. Well, the whole cast though.
And that
I
old
mean,
his
I love
wife, the lady that played his wife, like everything about that movie.
Oh yeah. Well, and I gotta say, Will Forte, like, I
Oh,
mean, he was amazing. And considering this is the dude that was like what MacGruber and stuff like that, like not someone you would have thought of to be in like a dramatic role necessarily.
so dude,
But he's
Alexander
amazing.
Payne is just like he can
So
do no
it was
wrong.
super super good. It was an
Alexander
interest.
Payne is like every movie.
Yeah. Oh, he's a bat. He is perfect
Yeah.
record. I thought it was interesting too, like the whole. I don't know if you read about or knew about the controversy with it being given an R rating.
Oh no.
Any did I lose you?
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Okay. Did I lose you? Are we in delay again?
No, you didn't. Shut it.
Okay, good. Okay.
Rewind.
So they actually petitioned. they actually they actually petitioned for PG-13, and they were denied. They kept it with an R, but like having just come from seeing X-Men Days of Future Past, which was amazing, but got a PG-13, and it's full of violence,
Hmm.
and they got I mean they have almost as many cuss words in that one as they did in Nebraska. It was really surprising to me that
Well, I think that reaffirms that the MPAA does they definitely tend to bend the rules more for big movies, for big studios, for bigger
yeah,
blockbusters,
yeah,
and also that the MPAA is just ridiculous and
and
full of
corrupt.
inconsistencies and
Yeah.
like insane.
Because I have seen plenty of PG-13 movies. I mean, X-Men is just the most recent example, but many, many, many that had way more content than this movie did.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like if you ever listen, if you want to like just watch some stuff about like Trey Parker and Matt Stone talking about their dealings with the MPAA and like just so crazy. Um, and then well then also if you haven't seen This Film Has Not Yet Been Rated, you should watch that because
I think that's on Netflix, and I think it's
yeah,
on my queue.
they actually like track down the people who are in the MPAA and then like some of the other things that they it's crazy. It
Huh.
is crazy.
Because then there's also like it goes back as far as Alfred Hitchcock and his whole thing with like Psycho.
Yeah.
If you know about that, like he submitted it, and they would like we're gonna give him an X rating, and
Yeah.
so like they told him what he had to change, and they took it and then just submitted the same thing again, and
Well, that's happened a
then they just
lot.
gave him an R
A
after
lot
that.
of people have done that.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know, interesting. So that movie was incredible, and then we also red boxed The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, the one with
How
Ben
is
Stiller.
this?
I loved it. Like I can't. I mean, I know this is a shocker. Phil liked something, but I
I haven't seen it.
really feel like it was underrated, and I don't think it was fairly underrated. Like it was beautiful, first of all, and I mean, I don't know. I really, really, really liked it. I think it was really well done. It was funny, but also like poignant. And I don't know. I'm curious as to why it didn't go over well because I was like reading on Rotten Tomatoes like what the negative reviews were, and most of them were comparing it to either the short story or the Danny Kaye version of it, which
Hmm.
I get, but it was its own thing, you know.
Hmm.
I feel like if they had not called it The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, but it called it something else, it would have gotten much higher reviews just because of that. So I don't know. I think you should definitely watch it. It was really amazing.
Josh says I didn't like it because it wasn't an adaptation of the actual story, but the Danny Kaye movie.
See, so that's what I'm saying. If they had just called it like Joe's Great Adventures or something, no one would have cared.
Hmm.
Because I agree. I
I've
know
never
that the
seen. I
story.
haven't read the story. I don't know anything about.
Okay, well, so you should see it before you read the story then, because I agree the story is amazing, and I'm not disagreeing with that. But I just, to me, it's a completely different movie that just happens to share the name of a character, you know. So
I also know
if
that
you
I
can
think
look at
there
it,
was a lot of things changed in that movie later in the because they test screened the crap out of that movie. I can't even
yeah,
tell you how many times they were test screening that movie for like a solid year, like at least. And I got invited to so many test screenings of that. So I think they tweaked the crap out of it. So I think that was also part of the. I don't know. I think there were problems.
maybe, but what they came up with, I think, was really, really good.
Hmm.
Um, so you know, I hope Ben Stiller directs more stuff because I think that he's got a pretty good track record for what he's directed also. So there,
All right.
yeah. Let's see, and then because of the recent Kickstarter that's been going, where they've raised over 3 million now to get the Reading Rainbow program up again and going.
Yeah.
Uh, Went back and watched some Reading Rainbow with the kids on Amazon, and it's really, really good, and
Is it
kids like
free
it.
on Amazon?
Yeah, they don't, it's not like everything, but there's like several like collections.
Do
You know, I
they
think there's
have Miss Nelson is Missing? Because that episode scared the crap out of me.
no, well, not from what we've
Do
seen, but
you
I haven't looked through
remember
them
that
all.
episode?
No, but I
There
remember
was
the
like a
book.
lady dressed as Miss Nelson that came and like started giving LeVar Burton a hard time, and I was like terrified. I was like, ah, the witch. He's like, that was that whole like the witch lady, you
Well,
know?
to be fair, there's like 30 years worth of the
Oh,
program,
dude,
so I don't know if it's
I
all on
love
there or
that
not.
show. He did so much cool stuff. Remember the one that
Yeah.
Harry Blackstone was on, and or one of those magicians, and like that was awesome. Remember the one where he actually went to Next Generation set?
Oh yeah, I definitely remember that. They
Um,
probably showed that on reruns a lot.
there was like I just remember even the ones like we went to the farm. It was great.
Yeah, we saw one about surfing in the ocean today, and it's just good stuff. So that's pretty cool that they've raised that much money
And then also
already.
just like talking about books, getting people to read
Yeah.
books. Got me to read
As a
books.
result of watching that, I have been singing the Reading Rainbow song like all day, constantly.
You already annoyed me. Did I lose you?
Show, and I'm excited they're doing stuff. And then finally, no, I'm still here.
Oh man, that's a serious delay.
We definitely have some delay issues tonight, though.
Ugh.
All right. Well, I'll just say mine. Hopefully, it won't matter too much. The last thing then is we started watching Bored to Death,
Oh my
which is
gosh,
with
it's
Jason
so
Schwartzman, Ted
good.
Danson. It's amazing, and we really like it. I think we watched like the first 5 episodes, and it's really good. And I can't believe I didn't watch it before this. So it's pretty cool. That's on, and they just added it on Amazon as well.
Yeah, a
So
bunch of HBO stuff is on Amazon now. The Wire's on Amazon, so now people have no more excuses. Deadwood's on Amazon. Ton of HBO stuff.
yeah, there's been a lot of new stuff added all over the place. So,
It's too much.
and
I don't
then
know. How are we supposed to keep up with all this?
I don't know, it's impossible. You have to prioritize.
Yep.
And then last thing, the kids have been real excited because Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2 is on Netflix.
Yeah, I know we talked about it
They
last
love
week.
that. I know, we watched it again this week, but the reason I left it on here is because then we went to the library and got the book, even though they've read that before,
Wait,
and checked that
the
out again.
second book?
No, no, just the first one.
Okay, because the second book is
No, I'm not
terrible.
trying to traumatize my children. I want them to like reading and enjoy
Oh, dude,
books.
that original book, that's probably my favorite book ever. I read
Oh
that
yeah.
book so much, and it's got the best pictures of any
Yeah.
book ever. I
So
love that.
every time we go to the library, they want to check it out again. We should probably just buy
Like,
our own copy, but
those images in that book are like burned into my brain. Like the
oh
peaceful
yeah,
fog, the like open air restaurant, and like the lady catching the hot
yeah.
dog. I know all those pictures
The
so
Jello,
well.
like the giant Jello
Oh,
sunset.
dude, yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, maybe that's why I'm fat.
it's all that book's fault.
I read that when
Maybe
I was like 6, and I'm just like, food. I love food.
maybe if you'd read the sequel, you would have had like the opposite problem. Then we'd be
Yeah.
like anorexic. Because I
Uh,
didn't read that until I was an adult,
I didn't
and
either, and I
thankfully.
was like, this is terrible.
Ugh. What did they do? No. So the kids will not be reading that until much, much later because I don't want to like
It'll
ruin their.
ruin. I feel like it'll
I
ruin
don't want to
everything.
ruin their childhood joy.
Oh.
So yeah. So
You
that's
think
my
that author
shows.
just like went crazy and was like, all right, here's what I'm gonna do for this one.
Yeah, I don't get it because that first one is so like I don't know like, and it's not to say that you can't write something that has a message, but you can't start out with something that's just completely silly and cool, and then by the way, I'm gonna make you feel horrible about yourself.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right,
uh,
video games.
yeah. What have you been playing?
Oh well, I played some Saints Row 3 this week. It's
It's
good,
good.
so great. And then I also, I guess I hadn't put this on here, but I played some WWE 2K14.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, I've been doing my, the Wii Fit. I've almost finished with Pushmo, and I played some Animal Crossing this week.
I
But the
haven't
real
met the
story
mayor
is,
yet, Josh. Have not met the mayor yet.
oh, not met the Josh is that? Oh, okay, in Saints Row. I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were saying, did you meet the mayor like in San Diego or something?
Oh,
Is that just a thing everyone in San Diego has to
yeah,
do?
yeah. The mayor.
You met the mayor yet? Yeah. Because everyone in Ukaipa knows the mayor. I'm pretty sure it's small enough. But the real video game story is I got Mario Kart 8 launch
Yeah.
day today.
Spoiled brat. Wait, so you played some Animal
Totally.
Crossing this week? What's going on in the Animal
I
Crossing
did.
world? New fish?
Uh,
Getting some of the new
um,
fishes?
I didn't. Well, here's the thing. It's close enough to when we started it
Oh
last year
no.
that it's kind of back to where it was.
I've missed
We missed
entire
like a whole season.
seasons. Crap.
Yeah, I did too. And it's funny. So I went back in the house in Animal Crossing. I haven't been there in a while, and it's like all full of cockroaches. So I like freaked Janelle out when she came home from school. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I squashed like 10 cockroaches today," and she's like, "What?" And I was like,
Why
"In my
would
Animal
you?
Crossing house."
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I'm just mean sometimes, I
You're
guess.
horrible.
He hit me pretty good, so it was kind of even.
You're so
So, but yeah, it's I know. It's I'm addicted to it all over again. But now that I got Mario Kart, I don't know, maybe I'll slow down on that. Who knows? But yeah, so it was an early Father's Day present. I thought I was gonna have to wait until Father's Day, but then after school, Janelle's like,
so spoiled.
she's like, we're gonna go turn in all the recycling. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go turn in the recycling. And she's like, come on, we really need to turn in the recycling. And I was like, okay, fine, and because it's hot and I didn't want to go out and do it. And then she's like, look, the reason I wanted to turn in the recycling is we're going to use some of the money to get you your Mario Kart, so stop whining about it. And I was like, oh, yay. So we did the
You are a
recycling, and I got to go
child.
get Mario Kart.
You are a
I am.
child.
I
Janelle
know.
had to bribe you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So that was that's how I got Mario Kart 2 weeks early for Father's Day.
It was your prize for doing
It was
things
my
you
prize.
should be doing.
Yes. So,
Oh my
But
god.
good thing is we got $44 worth of recycling. So
Jeez.
yeah, we
That's
had
a
a lot
lot of
stockpiled. That's why she wanted me to
recycling.
go do it.
My
um,
gosh, $44?
I had the whole back of the truck full. But we actually Janelle pre-ordered it for me at Best Buy, and the Best Buy like promo thing that you got for pre-ordering is a $10 gas card.
So that's what, like 2 gallons?
So yeah, well, it's like almost it's like 2.5. So, but still, that's kind of a crazy, funny like tie-in thing. I thought so.
Well, because cars need
Yeah, I
gas.
know, but usually it's like like a GameStop, you got a poster, which is cool, but I don't have room for more posters. So we got a gas card out of it, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And it's awesome, and I've been playing online a lot. And the best part is that because of the motion controls, the kids are able to play. I mean, not that they couldn't play with a regular controller, but it makes it like real easy for them to just jump in and do it. So
Hmm.
they got to play with me a bunch, and they liked it a lot. So
Awesome.
it's kind of one of those perfect games. So we had some good 4-player matches already, and it's
Nice.
awesome.
You played the battle mode?
I have not yet. We did a couple Grand Prix, we did a couple time trials, and then I did like a bunch of online matches.
Are the new courses awesome?
Oh yeah, it's really cool. The whole like the anti-gravity thing is really really cool. It doesn't like radically change the gameplay, but it just adds like a whole nother element of like where different routes you can take and stuff. Um, and it looks really good. I'm sure it looks even better on like a good TV, but
Yeah.
um,
Like you talking about games looking good makes me.
yeah. But I mean, it looks so good. It's
Because
so good. It looks good on
you
my
come over to
TV.
my house and you're like, oh my gosh.
That's what it was meant to look like. No, so yeah, but it looks so good. It even looks good on my TV. So that's saying something.
That's
A
great.
lot.
Your TV
So it's awesome.
doesn't even have correct color balancing.
Color balancing. What's that?
I don't know.
You can do that on a TV. Also, the online play is working really good. Like it's I don't
You
know. I
getting
mean, sometimes
destroyed by Japanese kids yet?
I have been I've been kind of doing all right. Mostly I've been coming in like it's 12 players, and I've been usually coming in around like 7 or 8, which isn't great, but like that in the ranking that kind of keeps you at even. And a
Hmm.
couple times I bumped up to 5 or 6. And
Oh,
then the last game I
Josh.
played right beforehand it was 2.
Josh has a correction.
He said I was wrong the last show about Nintendo and online games. Of course I was. What did I say that was wrong about that? He
Everything.
said this release is the first Nintendo published game with online on the Wii U. Yep, on the Wii U. Okay. Well, I don't remember what I said last week, but whatever it was, I'm sure I was wrong about it. But there's other
So
games
the Wii
besides
U has been
Nintendo
out
published
for
games.
over how long?
Like a year and
And this is
a
the
half.
first Nintendo published game with online.
Oh, I said Nintendo made good games with good online. Well, okay, on the older systems there was. So maybe that's what I was saying. I don't know. But there's also other companies that have online stuff. It's not like this is the first.
Yeah, but you don't play those games.
Well, but they might be good.
They
Plus,
might be good.
no, on 3DS there's a bunch of them too. I mean, I played Mario Kart 7 online. So yeah, he's complaining about the friend codes on
The
Wii.
friend codes are
I'm
horrible.
not saying it's perfect. All I'm saying is it's free, and I don't have to pay for that, so that's pretty good. I'll take it if it's free.
It's free.
Anyway, he said this is the first Nintendo release with real online on the Wii U. That's fine. Well, it's good. It's a good use of it. So, and Smash Brothers is coming out
And you
soon. Did
can
you see they?
actually finally tell people, here's my username, let's play. That's I think that's what Josh means.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Because you
Well, that's
couldn't
good.
before.
So they're catching up.
Yeah, only what, like 10 years later?
Did you see, by the way, that they're releasing an adapter for Smash Brothers so you can play with the GameCube controllers?
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good. probably have to pick that up at some point. He says that's hilarious. I think it's cool though because then instead of buying, if you got to buy
Can't
four
you just use
controllers,
the Wii gamepad?
well, I think you can, but like for multiplayer, a lot of people prefer using the gamepad, the GameCube controller. I guess that's like the ultimate one to play it with. So,
Well, I would play Mario
um,
Kart Wii with my GameCube controller, so I get that.
yeah. Although I and like for Mario Kart, because it's mine, so I got to hog it. But it works great and it's really cool. I mean, the controls, there's like you can configure the controls any way you want with the nunchuck or with motion controls or with the Pro controller or the gamepad or whatever. So
The controller
if you hear
options
someone
are kind of
complaining
nuts.
about, oh, I don't like motion controls, well, that's just one of the many options. It's cool for the kids because it makes it like real simple for them and they can play along and
Wait,
not get
people
frustrated.
play with the nunchuck? Like, who does that?
That's how Janelle was doing it.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's cool. Well, it's combined with the Wiimote. It works really well. You'd have to try it to see. It's good.
Uh,
Anyway, great game, lots of fun. I've only had it for like half a day, and I've already played a ton of it. And I said we were going to do a short show so I could get out there and play again.
and then that turned out so great.
Yeah, shortish
Short for us.
for us.
Shortish.
Yeah, speaking of that, I told you earlier, but for listeners, my mom listened to her first episode of our show this last week,
Welcome to my
and
world.
so it was funny, and we happened to talk about her quite a bit because we had talked about me going to see all the dirty shows with her, so she was like all embarrassed, and she's like, "Oh, I wanted to like write in and tell you that you were wrong about stuff or something," but I was
You're
like,
wrong
"Okay,
about
go
stuff?
for it."
Oh, dude, I want your
But
mom like saying how you're wrong about stuff.
the best part though is my dad like had heard her listening in the other room, and so they were talking about it, and he was asking me like, "Well, which episode was it?" And I said, "I don't know," and he's like, "Well, what'd you talk about on the most recent episode?" I was like, "I don't know, 2 hours worth of nerdy stuff," and he's like, "Well, what was the main subject of it?" And I was like, "You don't get it. Like,
You need to.
trust me. Like,
Does
I
he
couldn't
listen to
summarize
the
all the
of?
stuff we talked about."
'Cause I feel like he must
He
not.
no, the most he's no, he's only heard it from that one time he heard my mom listening in the background. So anyway,
So what'd you
don't
talk
parents
about
are
this
out there.
episode? What episode was it? What does that
I
mean?
don't
The
know
episode where we talk
everything.
about
Books,
things?
movies, video games. Oh, Josh has got a Nintendo question. What am I hoping from E3 in regards to Nintendo? Well, of course, like the big ones, I hope that there's a Zelda, some kind of a Zelda for Wii U type thing. Although I'd also love to hear about. Of course, there's lots of rumors flying around, and I've heard that there's some sort of either a 3D remake or else a possible sequel to Majora's Mask on 3DS. And of course, these are rumors and stuff, but if either of those happen, that'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Metroid, like some kind of a Metroid thing. I'll tell you what I would love from Metroid is like a 2D, like back to the 2D version of Metroid, and to be able to play it on the gamepad on Wii U, I think would be really cool.
So nothing
And
new.
well, of course, new things would be great, But those are. I mean, come on, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I love my Nintendo stuff. The
Okay.
biggest thing, though, I will tell you, and there's no rumors that I've heard about this, but I'm trying to make the rumor true. Is the Wii U gamepad was made to have Pokemon Snap played on it, and that's got to happen. They've got to make a new Pokemon Snap. They've got to use the gamepad with it. It'd be perfect. So that's my biggest one. Josh said, "Oh yeah," he
Call
said they already
Reggie.
have the assets from Ocarina on 3DS, so that it's very possible. And I think that version on 3DS of the Ocarina of Time was like the best version of it. So I would love to see that. Um, he said he can't believe I didn't say the new IP for Miyamoto. Well, like I said, new stuff would be great too, but those are like the
You don't
classic
care
things
about
I'm
new
looking
stuff.
for.
That's exactly
I
like
do. I
you're
like new
so
stuff.
dumb.
Look, I'm one of the biggest proponents
New stuff would be
of
great
Steel
too.
Diver.
Uh,
I'm just happy that they're doing new stuff, and with Mario Kart and Smash Brothers and stuff. I think that they're going to be you're gonna be amazed with how high the Wii U can climb.
Okay.
So yes,
I'm not buying a
I'm
Wii
okay
U.
with that. If that's all it is just new versions of old stuff, I'd also love to see like a proper kit.
Enjoy the last year of your system's lifespan, Phil.
Oh, everyone says that. Well, mark my words, it's doing fine.
No, it's
It's
not.
sold more than the Xbox.
What?
Sold more than Xbox. It's firmly in second place of the three.
Phil's talking crazy talk now.
Of the Xbox One. I'm not saying on a weekly basis. I'm saying
It's been out for 2
install. Yeah,
years.
I realize that. It's still ahead of them.
You can't say that. That's the stupidest thing. You
It is
can't
not stupid.
because it's been out longer, but at the rate it's selling, like there's no way at the end
No,
of
Xbox is behind. It's not going to catch up.
no, it's totally not because they're not
Nope.
releasing tons of brand new games. They're not at the
Nope.
beginning of their cycle, whereas
My
Wii U is
prediction
already at
is
the end of their cycle.
you've heard. You can hear it here first. My prediction is this generation Wii U comes in second as far as units sold.
That is crazy talk.
That's what I think.
That is the craziest thing you have ever said.
That's
Can
what
we
I
make
think.
a bet like with money?
No, I'm not betting money. I don't. I'm not doing that.
Can we
I'm not
bet
that confident.
something? Can we bet something?
I don't know something.
We should make a bet, as Josh is
I don't
pointing out.
know. I'm
I
not.
want to make that bet. I will make that bet. I like Josh's. Josh is like going high here. He says that by September, Xbox One will have already surpassed Wii U.
No, no, no.
There you go. Bet.
I've played Mario Kart. I know how good it is. That'll
Nobody's
be enough.
buying a Wii U.
Tons of people are
Okay.
right now. All right. All right. Here's my bet. If I win, well, how do we know? Like, when is it over though? Like, this is a long time.
Right now, he's saying September.
Yeah. Even if it does get surpassed in September, in the long run, I think the Wii U will take over at least second place. I don't think it's going to top PlayStation 4
What do you mean in the long run?
in the long run.
Like, when are we saying is a stopping point?
Like when they discontinue all the systems. So that's a long time from
Like
now.
years from now, and that's stupid.
Right.
You're being
That's
stupid.
my prediction.
So you think there's gonna be some magical Wii U resurgence?
Yes. I don't think it's
You're
magical. I think
saying
it's
Xbox One is
solid
gonna
stuff.
surpass? The Xbox One is gonna pass
I'm
Wii
not saying
U,
I think
and then
it will. It may or
you
may
are
not.
saying that at some point Xbox One is gonna pass Wii U, but then Wii U in the long run is gonna get back past Xbox
No, I'm
One.
saying even if
How
it
is
does
that gonna
surpass
happen?
it, that it will in the long run it will
How?
be.
That's not
I'm saying.
possible.
I'm just saying. Just
That
saying.
doesn't even make sense.
It does make sense because
No, it doesn't.
they have the install that whole Nintendo fanboy thing will keep it going much longer than you think it
As
will.
Josh just pointed out, Wii U is already dead. Nintendo is actively preparing their next console.
No, they're working on the whole Nintendo Life thing. It's not a real next console.
This is ridiculous.
You think Nintendo will release it in 2016? That's still 2 years. It's 2 years.
2 years of no
That's fine.
sales.
Well, we'll see. I think it's going to come in second.
You,
That's my prediction.
I don't even care about this, and this is the craziest thing you've ever said on a show.
That's the craziest thing I've ever said.
It's pretty
of all
insane.
the things I've said.
It is pretty insane.
All
Like,
right.
you are in such denial that
I may be, but I don't think I am.
beyond denial.
I may be.
As Josh asked, why do you think it's sold so badly so far? I don't think it's
I don't
sold
think
badly.
I don't think it
I can
has.
answer for Phil. I can answer these questions for
They've
Phil. I
sold
know what he's gonna
6.2
say.
million of them at this point. That's a lot of hardware. I'm not saying it's like better, like sold better than the PlayStation 4. I realize that, but they're doing okay.
Why do you think the Wii U has had the lowest numbers of any console they have ever sold?
Why do I think so?
Yeah.
I think
it
there's a few
sucks.
factors that go into it. I definitely think they could have done better marketing with it, especially early on. I think they should have probably called it something different. I
Why did the
definitely think
executives all take 50% pay cuts if it is selling so well?
I'm not saying it's selling so well currently. I'm saying in the long run, I
When is
think it
this
will.
magical long
Think about the 3DS. Everyone said the same thing about the 3DS. Like, oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Yeah,
And
but they're still actively developing things for the 3DS, whereas the Wii U is basically like after Mario Kart.
no, but that's what everyone said at the time. And now the 3DS is what? I mean, they're at like 44.6 million. Like compared
Nobody's
to like
talking about the 3DS though.
I'm saying that I think it's going to
No,
follow
we're
a similar,
talking about the Wii U.
but I think it's going to follow a similar pattern. There's going to be a
The 3DS
time
started
when
selling
it
well
turns
after 6
around.
months. The Wii
Yes,
U has had like 2 years.
but I think it's still going to follow that pattern. It's just going to kick in a little bit later. It's
Why have
not going
they
to do as
failed?
well as the
Why have they
as
failed
the
to make a profit for the past 3 years?
for exactly because that's what I'm not
And
saying that
Phil,
everything
you
has gone
just
perfect.
said you think that the Wii U has sold well so far, which it hasn't. It has not.
It
That
has
is a
sold well,
lie.
not compared to their projections, but there's still a lot of them out
According
there.
to what? So according to your magical number, it has sold well? In no
6.2
way.
million is a lot of game consoles that are
Not
out there.
not really. Not in this world.
Well, maybe not in my
In
world it
Phil
is.
land. Why did Sony sell more than the Wii U in less than 6 months?
Like I said, I'm not. There's no question. I think that Sony is going to sell more this round. In
Like
fact,
a lot
I,
more. Like an insane
I
lot.
don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. Definitely, they're on track to do that, and I wouldn't even I wouldn't be that crazy. But I think in the end, they will beat it. Nintendo will beat Xbox.
Why did Sony sell more?
That is my prediction.
Answer the question, Phil.
Why did they? Again, I think that Nintendo didn't do a great job of marketing the Wii U. I would have called it something different probably because I don't think enough people knew that it was even a different thing at first. I think that they didn't have a strong enough software library right out of the gate, which obviously has been an issue.
Do you think the
But I
third party
think
problem has anything to do with it? And if you say anything other
I think it's
than yes, you are
I think
insane.
it's a very small portion of it. Yes. But I don't think it's as. I think if they had they come out with more first party stuff right off the bat, I don't think it would have mattered as much.
Oh my gosh. You are
I don't.
living. I want to live in your world, Phil. Sounds
Shit, it's
awesome.
nice. Come on over sometime.
Sounds pretty great.
Look, I'm not like a financial analyst or anything like that. It's just what I think.
Josh,
Now Josh pushes up his estimate to August just because of me. No, Xbox will pass up Wii U in August.
I'm with
Well, we'll
Josh.
see.
I'm firmly
We'll
in
see.
Josh camp because you are so crazy.
All right. All right. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am.
Somewhere Adam Wells is screaming.
I think it's
You
gonna
need to
turn
bet
around.
something substantial. Please do this.
What? No, I'm not gonna bet something
Shave your head.
substantial. I do that all the time,
No, like full on. Bic.
but no one. How is that gonna benefit anyone?
Take a picture. Ooh, Josh
I,
is like throwing out some serious
he would
dollars.
take a $1,000 bet. I don't have $1,000 to throw around on that. There's no. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
No,
I'm
you
not
sound like you
psychic.
were talking about the you know.
Well,
Now you're
that's my
backpedaling.
prediction. That's my prediction.
Listen to this
I can
guy.
safely make a
Listen to
prediction
him get
without any
ready to
financial
weasel. He's
repercussions.
already weaseling out of it.
I'm not weaseling
He's already
anything.
got his escape plan for when it like he's
I
already
just
figuring out what he's gonna say when he's proven wrong.
I'm just saying I am not going to bet anything. That's all.
Okay, so you already
I,
know that you're wrong.
no, it's not
Then
that.
then bet something.
No. Okay, I'll bet something. Not $1,000, that's for sure. All right, I will bet that if okay, if well, but see again, this is a very long term thing. But if it happens,
At the end of the year, do you
that
think Wii U will sell more than Xbox after Smash Brothers?
Well, I think that the total will still be ahead. I'm not saying they will have sold more this year, but I think they will still be ahead in total. My
Mathematically, I
guess.
don't think that works. Like,
I think I'm right.
I don't think you know how
Could be
math
wrong.
works.
All right, at the end of the year, if I'm wrong and Xbox is ahead of Wii U at that point,
You have to buy a.
I no, here's what I'll
You have to
do.
buy an
I will
Xbox
take
360.
I will take a week off of Nintendo and only play my PlayStation 2.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
That's what I will
Well,
do
I like
that.
Josh's better. You have to burn your Wii U.
I definitely will not do that.
What if you have to
But see,
buy
that's
an
what
Xbox 360? They're like $75 now.
they're not $75.
Sure they are.
No, if I was gonna buy
You
anything,
have
I'd
to
buy a
let
PlayStation 3.
you have to let Josh deface your your Wii U.
No, nope, nope. If I was gonna buy any system, it would be a PlayStation 3. But I can't guarantee I will do that because I don't know if I will have the money to do that at the time. So
Okay, so you said you will. Okay, so this is what we got out of Phil. What did you
at the
say?
end of the year, and on January 1st,
So
if the
total
Xbox is
sales.
ahead of
Total
Nintendo,
sales. We're talking
total
about
sales,
total
not annual,
sales.
but grand total, I will take a week off of Nintendo, including my 3DS, and only play PlayStation because that's
Okay,
the
we're gonna
non-Nintendo
need
system I
some
have.
assistance
PlayStation
in
2.
policing this.
I'll be honest.
We're gonna need to call in Janelle here. I'm
I'll,
gonna.
I'll do I'll do PlayStation and my iPhone, because that's again non-Nintendo. I can't guarantee I'm not going to play games on my phone because
All right.
even I do that.
All right. Well, there you go.
All right, that's just the short term, because obviously I still think long term, even if it does pass it up, Nintendo will come back in the end.
How? That doesn't make mathematical sense.
It does, because
Magic?
then they'll start selling more, and Xbox will sell less,
How?
and it will
How are they
catch
going to
up
do
and
that?
surpass
What
it.
magic thing is going to happen? That's what Josh asked, and you
Miyamoto
couldn't
magic.
answer that question. Miyamoto magic.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's good
remember
enough.
like the orchestra thing? Remember that?
He's not
Wasn't
perfect. Nobody's
wasn't that his
perfect.
big idea?
Nobody's perfect. At least he
Sweet
tried
music.
something.
That was like his huge revolutionary idea.
All right, that was. I'll admit that was terrible, but
Phil,
he's
that
not,
is
not
as
every.
Josh has pointed out, that has never happened before. What you're saying is going to happen.
I don't know. This might be. I think this might be unprecedented.
And you know what the
It's very
definition
possible.
of insanity is, Phil?
Yeah, I think I've heard this before.
Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
Uh-huh. Well,
That's what
I
you're
could be
doing right
wrong.
now. That
In
is what
which
you're doing right
case,
now.
I would have a week long of no Nintendo, only PlayStation, which, as you know, is a big sacrifice for me.
Josh is saying by September, and I'm gonna go
We'll
with
see.
Josh because you're
But I get till
crazy.
the end of the year though, in case they pass up and then come back.
Okay.
No, wait. And by who's like list? Like we have to have like an agreed upon what's the website? Okay, NPD. Okay.
What's NPD?
Okay, just want to make sure. No, he says no, no VG charts BS. That is where I go to for my like up to date stuff because it's just fast to look at. But I realize that Josh does not like their numbers, so
What is NPD? I don't even know.
I don't know. I don't know what it stands for. What does
National
NPD stand for?
Public.
NPD. It stands for
They are the
National.
official retailer number. Okay, so the retailer number.
I don't know what it stands for. Yeah, but
North
I don't know what NPD actually stands for. But yes, they're the one. They keep track of that stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go, people.
All
I
right,
hope you
so
enjoyed
that's what we'll
that.
go by.
We need to
That's
have
our
Josh
bet.
on the show again so you guys can just fight about that. It's always entertaining. We'll have Josh back on the show.
That's true.
We'll have the end of the year
We definitely do.
showdown. I can't wait either.
He can't wait.
I'm excited. Because Philly.
I can't either. I can't wait to. Oh, now okay. Here's the thing though. What if I'm right? What do I get?
Yeah. What is it?
What do you guys do?
Oh, I'm not part of this.
Oh, now you're out, huh? Oh, you were so.
Well, what am I
confident.
gonna do?
All right, Josh. What do I get?
Yeah. What is Josh?
What
Josh
do you
has
do if
to.
I'm right?
Josh has to only play Wii U. for a week, and I
You'll
will
only play
play,
Wii U for a
and
week.
I will play only 3DS because I don't have a Wii
All
U.
right. All right. You have GameCube.
Oh,
I'd let you play
not
GameCube.
GameCube. You let me play GameCube? Okay, here's a
Yeah.
question. Here's a question. This is serious.
Okay.
Can I still watch media on my Xbox?
No.
What?
No, because I watch all my media on my Nintendo products. And I wouldn't be watching media on my Nintendo products for that week.
Oh, I don't know if I don't know if I.
Oh, how confident are you now? What about that, Josh?
Fine, fine, fine. I'll do it.
You can
Because
watch TV, like you can watch regular TV, or you could watch it like on the internet on your computer. I'll allow those,
yeah, it's true,
but you
Phil.
cannot.
How would you
How
even
would I
know?
even know? I don't even
Okay,
have an
first of all,
Xbox.
you wouldn't even know, and second of all, you're not gonna win. There's no possible way. All
Still,
right,
that's
it's
what the
on.
agreement is.
It's on.
No Xbox, no Roku. I don't
You
know what is
can't say
Roku.
no Roku. You can't do that. That's not a game system.
But that's what you use to stream your media, and I use my Nintendo products.
We're getting into crazy talk here. This has nothing to do with.
I guess you're not that confident. I guess you admit that Nintendo's definitely going to win.
But now you're telling me Josh can't watch TV for a week. You're getting crazy.
No, you can watch it on your Nintendo products.
Oh
You
my
got
God.
Netflix, you got Amazon Prime, you got Hulu Plus, you got YouTube. That's where you watch it. That's the deal. I give up my Nintendo stuff. You have to
Okay,
only
that's
use
fine.
your
We're all
Nintendo
fine
stuff.
here because
All
you're
right, that's the deal. Everyone says. He said that's fine. We have witnesses.
as Josh points out.
He says I literally can't lose this. All right, that's my deal. I will do that.
All right.
I can't
Signed,
wait. I
sealed,
can't wait to hear
delivered.
about Josh's.
Podcast audience is our witnesses. We've got Steve Espinoza in the chat. He is our
In the chat.
official.
Yeah.
So it's witnessed. It's done.
Witness. All right, that's it. Whew, come on,
We
Nintendo.
have
I gotta go buy
laid
some
out
more
the
Nintendo
terms.
games.
So he said they'll probably have the numbers the first week in January or the second week. So
All right, all
there you
right.
go.
When we,
'Cause
when
gotta
we get
the
them,
official numbers.
okay. I can't wait. Come on, don't let me down, Nintendo.
You have to buy 1 million. You have to buy 10 million Wii U's.
I might.
Because it's
He
true.
says
the
we will know in
numbers
December
be
because it will be so far away. Still not doing it till after the new year. That's my deal.
Steve just
Even if
asked,
it
what's
looks
the
like
official
it.
wager? So we're just going to do this real quick. One more time. So if by December, what are we saying, December 31st?
December 31st.
So these are the December numbers. If Xbox is 5 million ahead in December, but it's basically,
No.
Phil thinks that Nintendo is going to be higher than Xbox in December.
In total.
In total. Total sales.
Not for annual sales, but in total.
And so if that is true, December 31st, if Nintendo is in second place ahead of Xbox total sales, Josh and I will only be allowed to use Nintendo products for a week. If Xbox,
Including streaming like shows and stuff.
yeah, including streaming shows, if Xbox is in second place, Phil cannot use Nintendo products for a week. That's the deal.
Right. And no
7
3DS
days.
or any other system.
No
that
Nintendo products. None.
7 days. No Nintendo products. That's the deal.
No.
And if somehow Nintendo passes up PlayStation into first,
Well, that's
you guys
not,
have to come to
on.
my house for a week. You have to come to my house for a week and only play on my Nintendo products.
Okay.
All right. Josh says agreed. That's how he's
I will
confident.
live in Kaiba for a week.
You got that's how confident you would have to come live in Ukaipa for a week. All right. In the orchard, I'll set up a tent in the orchard for you guys.
Okay, so Steve's okay as witness. We're done here. So it's
Okay.
official. It's on.
Okay.
We have a witness.
Nice.
We have the audience, and we're good.
All right.
This
That's
is
the deal.
ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We are all grown men over 30 years old.
That's right.
Betting about video games.
Yeah, this is pretty much how it went when I was in elementary school too. So I don't know. It really hasn't changed anything.
Yep, we've really.
I was just arguing about Nintendo versus Sega. Then just the name has changed. The
You
opponent has
still back
changed.
Nintendo.
Yep, it's been that long. Never gave up.
All right.
And I've never been wrong.
On that note, you can check out all of our stuff at radiobrendo.com. And you can go to BenviewNetwork.com for all the great Benview Network podcasts. And anything else, Phil? Brax Comics.
Brax Comics, check that out. It's got new stuff up. New comic today. And talks about Mario Kart a little bit, believe it or not. So.
Of course your new comic talks about Mario Kart.
Of course it does. And Reading Rainbow, for that matter. So
you can tell when Phil does things on his own because it usually somehow involves Nintendo.
That's true. You can definitely tell the ones, if it's about Nintendo, those were pretty much written by me solo. So, so braxcomics.com. Make sure you join our book club at radiobrendo.com. Click the book club link.
Currently reading Tangle of Knots.
Tangle of Knots, and it's really good. And we're going to have the author Lisa Graff on here in a little while, so you should read it. It's a pretty quick read. And yeah, I think that's good. Don't take my word for it.
All right. Well, so for Radio BrendoMan, I'm Brendan Creasy.
And I'm Phil Vecchio.
Have a good one, everybody. Wow, that was like a half hour of talking about that bet. That was awesome.
I can't believe I got you guys to agree to that. I mean, I know you guys were just doing it for the show, and you really know how right I am, but
you are so crazy.
Save project. Let's see, what is this one?
125.
125.
So scared. So scared. It's a good thing you never actually bet real things, Phil, because this is how you end up doing things like drinking a jar of jalapeno juice.
Yes, it is. Traditionally, that's why I've said I would not bet money, because I have a pretty poor track record of betting things.
What if it was you had to drink a jar of jalapeno juice? Would you do it?
No, no. There would have to be a lot more.
Is that like you still have like post-traumatic stress from that?
Oh my gosh! Yes, I can't even. Oh, okay. So this week, Matthew's been growing habanero peppers. Like he has a habanero bush out on his patio in his apartment, and so he brought me like a whole bag of habaneros, and they're amazing. And so Janelle made homemade tacos, and I like chopped up a bunch of them and ate them in the tacos, and it was like delicious. And about an hour and a half after I chopped them up and I washed my hands, I like went and rubbed my eye.
Oh,
and
no.
I thought my eyeball was going to fall out. Like, I burned it so bad. And this is after, like, an hour and a half. I'd already washed my hands, but, like, that oil, like, sticks to you. Like, I was, like, running around the room. Janelle, is my eye, like, bleeding? What's happening? It's so bad. Like, it burned that bad. It tasted really good, though. But I learned a good lesson. Don't handle habaneros, period.
And don't drink the juice.
And don't drink the juice, no. These are good, though.
Phil, you okay in there?
I'm just checking this out. Oh, my gosh. No, I still have not. I slept curled up against the wall. I thought my intestines were going to fall out.
He slept in the bathroom, man.
I did, and I alternated between puking my guts out and then shooting liquid diarrhea for an entire night. Like, I would not do that again. No, that was horrible. It was not. I got $5 out of it. That's what I got out of that bet. So I'm a little more cautious about what I bet these days. Food. Yeah, which I spent on a hot dog, which I promptly vomited up. So, yeah, okay. So these habaneros are like really small because he has a little tiny bush and he didn't let them grow very big. So they're probably like half an inch long at most, like really, really small. So I chopped up like one to put on like 3 tacos, and I
Hmm.
spread out one little bit over 3 tacos, and it was the perfect amount. Like it was super spicy, but just the right amount. But that one was enough to burn my eyeball. So you know, it was pretty bad. I was
I
really
just
careful not
see
to
you
touch my
running
eyes.
around.
I was in the kitchen going, and I was like, what happened? What happened? I'm like, my eyes.
But
Oh gosh, pretty
I
bad.
I saw a funny video today. Have you seen this video? It's going around on Facebook where it's John Benjamin is the voice of Hal. He like does the voice of like he ad libs the scene as in like 2001 of like that he does Hal's voice. It's really funny. Bill,
I have not seen that.
you should watch it. It's really funny.
I'm here. Oh, I should watch it. Okay,
Yeah. 'Cause
that
just
does sound very
imagine
funny.
John Benjamin like as Hal.
Sounds hilarious.
It's really funny. He's like ad libbing the whole thing. It's really funny. I watched it like 10 times before we
This
did
is
the
on.
show.
It's on Facebook.
I'll just find it for you real quick.
All right.
What am I doing? What the?
Burner, 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 burner. Butterfly in the sky. I can fly twice as high.
Aw,
I
teach
couldn't
me how
decide.
to play Mario Kart.
Oh yeah. See, it's a good game. Nintendo. Um, I I couldn't decide on what to title the comic for today. My secondary title that I didn't go with was Reading Rainbow Road. Because, Mario Kart, Rainbow Road, Reading Rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
So I threw that in the hover text because I like that.
Nice. Nice.
I
Nice.
can go anywhere. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow. Let's see, what are they at now?
What?
$3,023,603. And there's still 32 days to go.
Okay. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay.
Oh, here goes Josh.
What? I'm gonna look back here.
He's doing the. You know, what kind of sucks about reading rainbows. It's for the show. It's not for the show. It's for the app.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this beforehand.
There isn't a
There's
show.
not a show. That's not what it's about, though.
Yeah.
It's not to resurrect the show. It's to do this whole like reading initiative to get their program in schools and blah blah blah. I wouldn't be surprised if they get enough money if they do something like show wise because they talked about they're gonna do the virtual field trips and stuff and record those. And so I mean there'll be elements of the show that are part of the program, but um,
Do you see the link?
yes, I did.
You click it.
I also wish there was a show, but there might be. If they get $5 million, maybe that'll do it, or maybe they'll do a few episodes or something. There's 30 years worth of it for to go back and look at if you need a fix. You probably missed a couple episodes in there.
All right. Well, Phil, you should watch that video.
I'm watching it right now.
It likes to get the YouTube reviews, not just for kids books. That'd be ridiculous.
So what are you laughing about?
I'm laughing about Steve talking about if they did book reviews for like adult books like It, like by like It by Stephen King. No, you're watching the John Benjamin video. What? Laugh at that. It's pretty great. Yeah, Hal's Archer, pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
I think it. Whenever see, I think Archer, but I also, for me, John Benjamin, the more I like think more Coach McGurk from Home Movies. I love
Uh,
Home Movies.
I was thinking Councilman Jam.
No, there. Wait, what?
You've been jammed.
He's not
Not him
Councilman
too?
Jam. No, that's not
Nope.
John Benjamin.
Who's that?
I don't know, some dude.
Isn't that his name too?
No,
It's not the same guy?
no,
I'm gonna look it up.
it's totally not, and it doesn't have the. That's not. No,
Oh, that's H. John Benjamin. Is it? No, wait.
this is H. John Benjamin. I don't know.
Hmm.
Councilman Jam, not John Benjamin.
Are you sure? Let me see here.
I am
IMDb.
positive. John Glasser plays
Oh,
Councilman Jam and does not sound like John Benjamin at all.
I got him confused. John
You,
Benjamin was on Parks and Recreation though.
was he?
He did at least one episode. Let me see.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he did an episode. He was Scott Braddock.
All right.
I got him confused. They're both John.
John Benjamin has a super noticeable voice, as opposed to that other dude.
Maybe I got him confused.
You're weird.
They look very similar too.
Okay.
I'm looking at pictures of them. Like, look at a picture of them side by side. They look very similar.
John Glaser did Delocated, which, if you haven't watched that, is amazing.
I did actually. I probably meant to put it on the thing like a few weeks ago because I watched it.
It's
I
really
never mentioned.
funny.
I forgot to put it on there. All right, so look at H. John Benjamin and then look at the Councilman Jam. Like they look very, very similar.
His new show that he's working on, it's called Neon Joe Werewolf Hunter. That sounds amazing. Have you seen the new pictures of the Wonder Years cast? It's pretty great.
Yes, I did.
You better start saving if you want to buy those DVDs. They're probably going to be like super expensive
Not gonna be cheap.
because it's Time Life and their sets are always expensive. What? You're related to Donica McKellar? The math genius? Winnie Cooper? Cousin to my mom's cousin. What is that? I don't even know. Is that anything?
Second cousin?
No, second cousin would be your second cousin is your mom's cousin. That's your second cousin. I guess, maybe. I don't know. I think at some point it's just like we're somehow related. Because then that becomes like a bi marriage thing. I don't know. That's cool. She seems cool. She's a math genius. She writes math books, and she has like a theory named after her. Pretty awesome. But I don't know. I might say because it actually has special features. I would love to hear the commentaries, and supposedly they got all the music, which is crazy.
Okay. I'm putting a thing in here. There's a music video that they both did together, and they did it because they look very similar to each other. Like, skip in like a minute into it. I just put a link in there. I'm telling you, they look just exactly the same. I didn't realize it was two different people. They're like looking at each other, like standing next to each other. They take a selfie together because they look just the same.
All right.
I'm not crazy.
You're not crazy, Phil.
I'm not crazy.
John Benjamin has such a notable voice.
I still thought it was the same person because they look so similar.
Okay, but they don't sound anything alike.
They
And like
look,
John
'cause he could be
Benjamin.
doing a different voice. He's a voice
No.
actor.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. Give it up, Phil.
Look at the video. Just look at it. Just
I'm
look at
looking
the
at
two
it.
of them together.
I guess. One of them is bald. One of them has hair.
Yes, but standing next to each other, you notice little things like that. Could be a hairpiece. They look very similar. I
All
stand
right.
by it.
You need to. You just. I don't know why we're still. I don't know.
I don't know.
I give up.
I don't want to see what Dark is
I
having.
think I've seen this, but it's still all.
Oh.
Oh no.
Can you link to this somewhere else somewhere?
It's transforming.
This is like all over the internet
Transforming.
today.
I am a transformer.
Yeah, I know. I said that.
My name is Optimus Prime.
How you doing? What's up?
Are you surprised?
Yeah, I'm shocked. I thought about a truck.
You do not sound shocked.
I'm super shocked. My heart's racing.
Recall the situation.
I'm not calm. This is the craziest thing that's ever happened to me.
It doesn't sound like it.
You want to get lunch?
No, not really.
What do you need? Oil?
Well, yeah, technically,
I got oil. I'm a mechanic.
I'm not hungry.
I'm hungry. Come on, let's get something to eat.
I'm not hungry.
You're not hungry. You're not hungry at all? Not even for like an oil sandwich?
An sandwich?
Come in the house. I'm gonna make you an oil sandwich. It'll hold you over till dinner.
No thanks.
Do machines eat dinner?
I better get going.
Don't go.
Why?
I gotta ask you a question.
What?
You used to be a truck.
Yes.
Did I used to be a truck?
What?
Okay. What are those?
Dinobots.
Okay. I'm hungry. You want to get lunch? Wow. Hold on. Okay.
That's awesome.
That's really good.
The movie's gonna be a letdown compared to that.
Yeah, it couldn't possibly be that good.
Did I used to be a truck?
That's
Wow,
funny.
Robot War. That is probably gonna be. Hey, Grimlock, say hi to your mom for me.
Hey, Bumblebee. How you doing?
I do. It's crazy.
Also, I enjoyed the Left Behind trailer very much,
Oh, dude.
and I think that's going to be
Also,
insane.
what do you think about this? I just found out that like this new HBO show is about the Rapture. I didn't realize that.
Which one?
There's a new HBO show called Leftovers, and it's about post-Rapture. It looks
Is
nuts.
it like a comedy? Because that sounds like a comedy title.
No, it is not a comedy.
Huh. I mean, that sounds like a Nickelodeon show about like nerds at school and be called Leftovers. That's what I would title it.
It's a little bit clever, more clever than Left Behind.
I guess so. Still.
Well,
Cool.
we'll see. It's people disappear, but it's not totally religious. It's still very could be aliens. If it's aliens, I'll be mad because that's been done.
Yeah. There haven't been a lot of TV shows about the rapture that I can think of.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to bed. Good night, everybody.
All right, good night. I'm going to go play Mario Kart 8
Until your eyes bleed.
and watch the Nintendo numbers fly.
I'm sure
My eyes are already bleeding. So.
they're flying by one.
One game at a time. You know, they already were counting on my $60 though, so they knew that was coming. I did. But see, I tell everyone else about how great it is. So I'm pretty sure that,
And
my
we
influence
all
will spread far and
say,
wide.
why would we ever buy a system? Why would we buy that, Phil? Wait, Josh did buy that.
Yeah,
But I'm not buying
Josh
one.
has one.
I'm not doing it.
You
Nope.
should. It's awesome.
You already fooled me.
Awesome.
You fooled me before. You basically tricked me into buying a Wii.
You played a lot of good games on Wii.
Sure did. For about 6 months.
Well, there you go. What'd you spend, like $100 on it? That's not bad.
I regret everything.
Josh bought a Wii before I did, but we both got Wii U on launch day. Although I think you got it earlier on launch day.
I enjoyed Smash Brothers.
See? There you go.
And
What more do you need? Mario Kart?
I enjoyed Mario Kart.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
I haven't seen that video, but now I want to watch it because I like those guys, and that's funny. So, all right.
All right.
Well, good night for reals.
We'll talk to you all later.
Phil, you're crazy. Crazy Phil.
That's what I
I
do.
gotta stop the YouTube. So good night, YouTube.
Oh.
Good night, YouTube. You just
Oh, yeah, Josh wants you to call it the
YouTube was around for all this craziness.